Okay. Let me get links sent out. I got the one pinned. Let me send some invites out, okay?
Roger, 1835 for the cell talk. Whenever last started.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, how you doing?
Ain't good. Here they all come.
Here we are.
Yeah, Justin will be here shortly. He's just restarting his computer.
Yeah.
I'm just sending out some invites.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Anybody hear from Tim today?
Yeah, it was on my panel. He's at work.
Okay.
Well, I've had an email from Bamboo. They are sorry about my printer, and speaking to high level on how they can put it right, but they will put it right and make sure I've got a working printer or my money back. I'm looking forward to that. Then again, I wouldn't mind a bit of both. Working printer and my money back.
Okay. We're getting there. Getting close.
Right, Jonathan's not here. He's a figment of our imagination. So if you can see him, I'm afraid you're seeing things. Even though I can see him, I'm seeing things.
Hey, Jonathan.
Still think he should get his ass back on these panels.
I do too.
We need a good brother.
We need his humor.
Exactly. Hey, James.
Rigger, James, Jonathan.
What's up, everyone?
Yep. Pop out the chat. And we're ready to go.
Rigger, Jonathan. Come on the panel, Jonathan.
Right, I don't know who James is, but he likes bargaining.
Okay.
And I think that is Virgin TV, is it?
Go to James's channel.
Yep, he's only got 2 shorts.
Tell us about yourself, James.
In this game we're playing.
So James, are you flying drones or?
Oh, dude, edibles will sneak up on you, Jonathan. Careful.
So anyway,
Yep. Did you guys see the pictures from Joe's?
Yeah.
no, I didn't.
Yeah, I'll show them on here. Let's see here.
Did he get his car again or no?
He got his son's car.
Oh, it almost did. So his son just has a stock truck, but it almost reached it.
Oh, yeah.
But look at the dumpsters fucking floating. Look at that.
Mm.
You can tell because it's up higher on one end of the where the
Yeah.
gate is. So it's
Right.
definitely floating. That's why I said Joe should take a bunch of these hyperlapses of this shit and then take it down to the city council and then show them the actual hyperlapses of it coming in. So y'all need to do something about this for the county, whatever area he lives in over there. He's in the city or county area.
Well, he's
Oh,
in
was, yeah.
Mandeville, isn't he?
Yeah.
I want to see matter of fact, let me message him, see how that's going on.
What's up, y'all?
Hey,
Oh, there he is.
there
I
he
just
is.
messaged
We
him.
were looking for a report, buddy.
Did you
I
get
got
the
it now.
hyperlapse?
I didn't. The hyperlapse is nothing big deal. It shows out the back. The water went up a little bit and came down. But as soon as the rain stopped, I got the drone up. I got the video just went up.
Oh,
No, we was hoping you got light
Yeah.
collapse of the storm.
actually, David was hoping we were gonna get a picture of you floating down the river.
Well, I got cars. I got cars over in the ditch that they've tried to drive through it and wound up in ditches. They're floating upside sideways.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
where the fucking dumpster started floating inside the thing.
Yeah, that dumpster floated out last time, and then another one floated from the other side of the complex and wound out of the street.
So I said,
Yeah.
I was just saying right before you came on, man, you need to go get a bunch of hyperlapses of that shit happening and take that down to whatever the county or city council, wherever you got to go.
Oh yeah.
Do a fucking slideshow and be like, look at this bullshit. Tired of this.
Well, I got good pictures of it though. The
That's
video is real good. I sent it to News Scene 8. They want some raw footage. They're gonna run all the raw footage.
They're actually going to do a story about it flooding.
Well, I know one of the reporters, real good.
And what you
And-
need to do is tell them they need to bash the shit out of the city or the county, whichever one deals
Oh,
with
they
that.
need to, because when you on my video, the front apartments are brand new. They're raised up higher, and the water got into all the air conditioners because it wasn't high enough. So they've got 10 units right there with flooded air conditioners. Now, I don't know if it's going to hurt them, you know, might not, but it was. a
Oh, you're
few-
talking about the condensers?
Yeah, the condenser, I don't think it's gonna hurt them.
I don't think
It's
so.
right
'cause
at the
those
bottom of them, so they're lucky, but not much
Well,
more.
yeah, and
then
those are designed. I mean, obviously they're
Yeah,
designed
they're
to be
designed
outside
for
of your
wet-
rain
Yeah,
line.
wet.
outside, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
it's going to hurt them.
But it wasn't much from being inside apartments right there, those new ones. Downstairs, 2 apartments have water in them.
Below you?
Yeah, the one below me has it, Wendy down there. Her dad has Alzheimer's and she takes care of her dad. And she said, yeah, the carpet's wet, you know, in her bedroom. So they're gonna have to come do that again. They just did that a month ago. 3/24, I think it
Christ.
was. Whatever month. I'd have to
Yeah,
look
what
at
are they
what-
doing about? Are they checking the walls and make sure there's no mold and shit in there?
Well, they'll get Service Pro or whatever the name is. They'll come out and get all the water out the place. And then the guy, I think it's the two on my end got water, but the 2 on the other end by the parking lot didn't. But it came close because it was trying to get in from that side too.
Yeah, I saw how their porches were holding the water back.
Yeah.
The pictures you took of the porches, you could see the porches in the picture on the
Yeah.
bottom level. It was actually holding the water back. I was surprised.
Yeah, it's not holding much back because it'll get in underneath it. There's actually a gap.
Okay.
You didn't see the gap. You know?
It just comes in real slow or what?
Oh, it just trickles in, you know? Well, they got lucky though, because it stopped raining before it really got really bad. But you see Justin's truck, when I moved
Yeah.
it was about 6 inches from the floorboard.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I mean, I was walking in water almost to my knees.
What's up, Waypoint?
Me.
Ron,
So you managed to move it before it got any damage to it.
Oh, yeah. They got one car that, I don't know whose it is out there, I think got water in it, you know, by name.
That's I mean, as many times as that's flooded since I've known you, there is ridiculous.
Yeah, what, 3 or 4
You've been
times?
there, and you've been there what, 6 years? You said, or 9 years, or 16 years?
16 years.
Yeah,
I think I'm trying to think. It's 1, 2, 3, 3 times, and then 7 times down, but 4 times in the last 6 months.
And how
So
many
it's getting
cars?
worse. Well, my family's lost 6 automobiles. I've lost 2. My daughter's lost 1. Every one of my ex-wife, my 2 boys, my son, and me too.
so you moved in there in 2008, right?
And that was before that.
2007.
When was Katrina? 5? 2007 is when I
2005
moved in.
was
So I'm going on
Katrina.
17 years.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's-
say that's more than 16.
Yeah, it's gonna probably be my last. Because my lease expires end of the year and I'm hoping to be out of here by then. Hopefully I'll be able to get me a place and not worry about it, you know?
Have you heard anything more about your settlement?
I'm at 7 months. They said they're required to answer you within 6 months. They answered my attorney and told them that they're behind on their stuff and that it might take a couple of months because of the amount they've got to contact the attorney. And the attorney said that they contacted them and they said it's possibly going to be a total of 8 months before I know for sure. So I'm at the last month of 8. So that'll be.
But you said
it'll
the
be
courts
next month.
allowed them to do that, right?
Yeah, the court said 6 months, and then they gave them a 2-month extension, I think it was,
Right.
because of the amount of people putting in claims. Because after this year, you can't put a claim in anymore. They gave them a window. I guess they figured all the people that didn't put in claims were dead, you know?
Or dead?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
There
Yeah,
might be a lot of people out there
Don't
don't
they
even
be
know
able
about
to
it.
put in claims for by the family members?
Well, family members can do it too. Because
Hmm.
if you were a kid stationed there and you had the medical problems, they're gonna give it to you too. You know, if your parents were stationed there, or your dad was stationed there, or mom, or whoever. So It's a bunch of stuff out there. And it's on TV. I see it on TV all day long. It keeps commercials popping. So it's being publicized. People just, some don't care, I guess. I like to know how many people are following myself.
Mm,
Kind of makes you wonder too, how many people don't even know about that lawsuit too,
mm.
you know?
Yeah,
There could be a
it's
lot
been-
of,
It's been going on for 8 years, I think, in the news. So I'm thinking that if you don't know about it, you just don't pay attention, you know?
oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure there's quite a few people out there that just don't even know about it.
Yeah.
They've just never looked into it or anything.
Or they're older and don't remember, you know?
Or
Could be.
homeless. Or in a vegetative state in the vets.
Mm.
Yeah, but there's handfuls of military members out there that don't use any VA programs. They just don't do they don't even use the VA. I know a few people that are veterans and they don't even use the VA for any medical stuff. They don't have nothing to do with it. They just stay away from all that stuff.
Yeah. So Slidell, Louisiana, I called my sister to see how she was doing. And she was saying, yeah, it's raining. She goes, the water's coming up in the back because she's right on a little inlet. And she said, the water's over her dock like that. And I said, okay. I said, how far is it to your pool? She said, it's not going to get to the pool because they're higher. And then she's sitting there and she goes, oh my God. I said, what? She goes, I'm watching the planks from the deck floating up off the deck where they were coming loose. Like that. And she said, they're floating into my yard. I said, well, have Russell run out there and get them. She said, Russell, big ass, can't get out there and get him. He's 81 years old, needs a cane. He'll slip his ass down into the water. We were laughing about it, right? Saying his big ass will slide down the hill into the water like that. And she said, I said, well, I could try to get out there and get them before they float away on you. That way, at least y'all can put them right back, you know? She said, well, I guess we got to get somebody to come do it or have somebody, we'll pay somebody to do it. But her dock, she said there was about 3 of them that had floated off the dock. The water, just the pressure of it, when the water gets underneath it, starts pushing it, we'll pull them right out the dock.
Mm.
And she said she's very tired of the water because she doesn't get flooded, but her yard gets flooded all the time. And then my nephew, the restaurant, got the whole parking lot had a foot of water in it, and he's getting all kind of orders for lunch. And he said how he's going to get it to people, you know. So he's got a big truck. He's a high truck. So they said he figured it out because that's how he is. And then my niece was at her my niece's daughter was at her mom's house, at my niece's house, because they were driving down the road and started seeing trees flying around. So they just turned there. Then they tried to get back to their house and couldn't get there because they live off an old Spanish Trail in Slidell, and 2 tornadoes touched down right there. And there's trees and businesses, the roofs taken off, everything.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was 17 miles away from there. It could have touched down here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's
you
what I'm
know,
saying.
there'd be a good business proposition. Call it Uber Kayak and Canoe.
Yeah. They were showing New Orleans, bunch of kids with pirogues. It's like a little canoe, flat bottom canoe, a pirogue, and they were all just running around in the streets with them.
Yes. Say hello.
Hello.
Hey, I got to get something. I'll be right back.
Yeah, but it's pretty bad. I haven't heard anything from Justin. I sent him pictures. I sent him pictures of the car and everything. Told him I had to move it. So he needs to come back and say thanks.
Well, how's he going to get home if he can't
Oh, he's
drive
got-
the police
But
car?
hopefully by midnight
Through
tonight he'll
river.
go down enough where he can get it back here, you know.
Mm.
Because the rain's over now. It's gonna, so it won't take long. I might have to go look at it later about 8 o'clock and see. And if it looks like it's subsiding. But I was sitting here, you should have seen me sitting here like ants. I was sitting here watching the weather because it was still drizzling, had a little drizzle going. And I got my Mavic 3 and I said, I'm gonna go fly it out there to see what it looks like in the front. Because I was told it was at least one car in a ditch. So I said, well, I think I could do it even with this little light rain. So I'm got the Mavic 3 and I'm sitting here and I got this discretion moment. And I said, you know what? I put the Mavic 3 down, went and grabbed the Mini 3 and put the Mini 3 up instead. Because the Mini 3 is covered a little better. And I put it, and when I got out there, I was able to launch it off the sidewalk because the rain had stopped. So I found a little flat piece of sidewalk and did it real fast.
Mm.
But I didn't want to miss that opportunity of getting that pictures.
No.
No.
No, because the next opportunity is until 2044.
Yeah.
No, we're talking about the flood.
Not the eclipse.
Well, it
Not the
floods
eclipse.
all the time down there, doesn't it?
Yeah, floods lately has been flooding all the time. And what you call said it's about to start raining there, Jonathan, I think. Yeah, it was pretty good rain today. It
Well,
was
Jonathan-
everything they told us.
Jonathan in Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he's
in
in
Georgia.
Georgia. Yeah, Justin, I thought you'd like the picture of the dumpster sitting on the side.
Yeah, so I was like, damn, here we go.
I'm gonna put the link in the chat of the video. Y'all don't have to show it here, but y'all go look at it. Let me get the link. I'll tell you, my apartment complex is gonna love it.
Mm.
Hey. Yeah, that y'all go look at it. Y'all don't have to show it here though. It's like 3 minutes and it's right at 4 minutes long.
Oh yeah, I see that car right by that Cypress Lane. It's like in the ditch or something.
Yeah,
Looks like an
That's the-
SUV.
yeah, it's a little like a Santa Fe type like mine.
Mark,
Jesus.
you know how Aldi and M&S are at war with each other?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and M&S has sued Aldi twice for
Mhm.
copycatting their product.
Hmm.
Well, someone at M&S is about to get fired
Ooh.
because they produced millions of marketing material that they got for M&S garden furniture, and on the table is Aldi wine.
Mhm.
Wow.
Got Aldi a tweet who said, "Seems like M&S do like us after all. They drink our wine."
You gotta love when companies troll each other.
Yeah. Oh,
That's like Wendy's. Go read their Twitter page sometime. You'll have a
Yeah.
fucking laugh. Oh my
oh
God,
they
they-
really go hard, I tell you.
Yeah, they troll the shit out of McDonald's and Burger King.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
Oh.
there was that what sign weren't there outside of Burger King that said, "Why eat with a clown when you can eat with a king?"
Oh yeah, all three of them go at it all the time.
Mm.
Wendy's has a special on right now. If you use the app, you get a Dave's double for $2, which is a $7 sandwich. And then if you get you the $5 junior bacon cheeseburger bag with that, so $7 you get the bacon cheeseburger, the double, the nuggets, the drink, and the fries. That's not bad for $7.
So when you were talking about them dredging, you're talking about them dredging out those Those
Yeah, clearing the
ditches
dirt.
along the road, right?
The one, you see where the people were turning in at, and then I went up the little ditch.
Yeah.
That little ditch area is what they need to dredge out. It used to be as wide as where the water's at. And now it's filled in with grass and dirt and all kind of silt. And they haven't dredged it. I know, I haven't seen them dredge it since I've been here. So over the years I've been here, it's just consistently built up.
And if anything, go 10 or 15 feet deeper on it too. You
Well,
know,
even
drop
if they
it way
just,
down.
if they just squared off the sides and dug it down to about 10 feet, that'd probably be perfect, you know?
That's what I'm saying. Not only clear it
Yeah.
out, but try to go 10 or 15 feet deeper on it and really dig it
Because
out.
and it never flooded until they built those complexes on the other side. Because they're higher. Now it pushes all the water this way.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, it is. You know, that's why I moved my car. And when the last little clip, when I'm passing my son's car, the blue car, mine is actually on the other side, 3 cars further up. And you can see water wasn't bad there. Even if I'd have left it where his was, it probably wouldn't have got in the car. Because his is high enough. So I said, let me go move it. I had to make sure I locked the bitch up because he got his pistol in there, a badge in there, everything in there. I'm gonna tell him that's a bad thing to do.
That's actually one of the things the sheriff has gotten on people about around here is leaving their
Yeah.
guns in the car. He's like, you
Yeah,
need to
he's
take
got
it in the
his-
house with you and lock it up.
Yeah, he's got it sitting in there. It's visible too. That's the worst part about it. He's got it on a magnet under the dash.
Yeah, that's not good to leave it in there.
And his
Bring it in
badge is
there.
sitting right next to it. You got a good criminal there. You get him a badge and a thing.
Mm,
Do is you bring it in the house and then when you leave, you bring it back out and put it in there while you're out driving.
mm.
Yeah, that's what he needs
Because
to do.
that's we had problems with a few cars that got broke into around here, and it was because people were leaving their guns in the cars and people were breaking in and stealing them. The sheriff's like,
Yeah.
you guys gotta start taking your guns inside and locking them up at night. He goes, you do not leave them in your car when you're not in your vehicle.
Justin, do you see what Rigger put in the chat?
Hold on, because it's
Says he got his laptop back. Now he's just
Oh,
gotta transfer
nice.
data and get it set up.
There
awesome.
you go.
Got the new RAM put in, all that.
Yes.
And what was cool was that laptop was actually DDR5 capable.
Mm.
So he got DDR5 put in there, 16 gigs RAM. Because it only had 8 gigs of DDR4 in it.
It's showing New Orleans East. And the
Did
flooding out there in New Orleans East. And they're
they
showing a
buy the
woman in a
DDR4?
brand new Sentra driving through the water and it's hitting all on the side of her doors. The thing's brand new, got the tag on her back. Woman's crazy.
Stupid people.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
you can't fix stupid. Because they're showing the underpass right there. There's an underpass of the train tracks. And the underpass is blocked off because it's a 15-foot clearance and the water's got to be up to about 12 and a half feet.
So now there's
Some-
only a foot and a
somebody's
half,
trying to
2.5
go
foot
back.
clearance. Yeah.
It's canoe clearance.
Yeah, about all. I could have got through it with that car we were looking at.
Oh, yeah.
No, you couldn't. Pretty sure that when that's floating, it's more than 2.5 feet tall.
Yeah, it might be close. I might have to duck.
Dominic, you guys don't get any flooding down there, do you?
Occasionally, but rarely. I think it's about 3 or 4 years since we got flooded. My area, but if you go to the country areas, they do occasionally around Gippsland and that area, which is what 3 or 4 hours drive east of me.
That's your Air 2, isn't it?
That's the Mini 3.
Oh, the Mini 3.
Mini 3 Pro. Yeah, like I said, I got the Mavic 3 out and I was gonna go fly it, but it still had a little drizzle going. And it's got those open vents in the top, right? And I was
Yeah.
looking at it and I said, I know what? Let me just get the Mini 3 because the Mini 3 is covered in the top.
Yep.
Mini 3 Pro is covered in the top. I figured at least, and it was every once in a while you get a drop. So it was like, I just didn't want to take a chance on something getting inside the Mavic 3. And this one's good. The winds weren't bad, so it wasn't going to be an issue.
Well, the Mini 3 is much cheaper to replace as well.
And I got
Something
care
happens.
refresh. I was thinking that too, to be honest with you.
That's all
Which
I'm
one
saying.
which one would I not feel too bad losing right now?
If I had to choose between the two, I'd have to choose the Mini 3 too.
Because this is my go-to whenever I'm doing press work. Because that way I can carry it and it's a lot easier to carry. And if I got a full battery on that sucker, it gives me 35 minutes. And it takes very good pictures, You get good pictures and you get good video out of it.
Oh, hopefully that works out for you there, Rigger. It'd be a nice. Test it out later with some games, see how it works. Shit, what's today? Wednesday or Thursday?
It's Wednesday.
Thursday here. So it's Wednesday where you are.
Little black squirrel out there running around in the yard with his head cocked like to the side like that. I feel sorry for him. I tried to throw him some peanuts and he took off.
No.
So Boeing whistleblower reportedly claims that 787 planes could break apart in midair due to construction flaws.
Holy cow.
That's not good.
It just tells me I don't want to fly anywhere.
Oh, that's the way they titled it. Okay, it's called the 787 Dreamliner.
Yeah,
that a
the
type?
787 is a plane, not the amount of.
Okay, but the way they titled it was very careful. They did that shit on purpose to draw you in. Because when I
Yeah.
read the title, I was like, wait a minute, what? They didn't put that
Clickbait.
it was yeah, they put claims 787 planes could break apart.
In
Yeah,
other
they
words, they're
didn't-
talking about
The model
787
designation.
planes.
Yeah. They didn't say it was a specific type until you started reading
Yeah,
the
it's a model
article.
designation.
It's a Boeing 787.
Yeah, it was just the way that they worded the title. It made it sound like that was a specific number.
Gregor
of
says,
planes.
there we go. Transferring 27 gigs of stuff.
Yay.
Nice.
Good luck.
In the 787, the one they've been having all the problems.
No, 737 is the one they've been having the problems.
All right.
With all the doors flying off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one with the doors flying off.
So
But seemingly they're all built on the pretty much the same production line. So so me thinks that the production line then has issues.
Is the 787 bigger? Because I mean, the
787 is
747.
bigger, yes.
the 747 was the jumbo jet. Is it bigger
Yeah,
than that?
yeah, they had a perfectly good plane in the 747 and discontinued it for the 787.
So it says a Boeing employee of more than 10 years alleged that he was retaliated against when he attempted to raise his concerns over what he perceived as manufacturing flaws to Boeing. In a statement
Yeah.
to the people, the FAA said voluntarily reporting without fear or reprisal is a critical component in aviation safety. We strongly encourage everyone in the aviation industry to share information when thoroughly investigated all the
Yeah.
reports. So technically, the company could get in trouble for retaliation.
Uh-huh. No, you're not having any ice cream. Sure.
Yeah.
Not impressive.
So the one
Oh,
that
the
had
ice
the
cream.
first, yeah, the one that had the first blow up was the 737.
Yep.
That was the one that had the door blow off.
Yeah, it's the 737-800 and 737 MAX. But they also had a software issue as well.
That's your
Before
Air
the-
3, Joe?
Yeah, that's the Mavic 3.
Mavic 3.
Yeah, that's the big boy.
That's a big boy.
With these planes.
Yeah, the reason I didn't put that one up is because of those vents in the back right there.
Oh, yeah.
Thought about it, I said, if it rains in there, what's it gonna go to? You know? I even thought about putting the Air 2S up. I thought about it and I said, you know what? I like the Air 2S. That's too much. Let me just get the Mini 3. What would be fun is putting the Avata up out there right now because I get low and right around it.
Yeah, see if you can go through that gap of the bridge.
Yeah. I can take that Avata and go all through the back by that ditch to show you how bad it is, you know?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna wait till the water goes down and then I'm gonna fly over it again. And I'm gonna take that footage, and I'm gonna give it to the mayor. I'm gonna say, look at it, you know? That's why, it's flooding all the time.
Yeah.
Tell him, look, you've got to take all these cars out of this ditch. It's blocking it. They're not allowed to drain.
Speaking of Boeing again, they're getting a bunch of flack because their CEO just got a $32 million pay package before departing.
Mm-hmm.
I never get that with companies, right? It's like they'll have a CEO come in that will completely fuck their company, but then they give them $100 million before they leave.
Mm-hmm.
If I was the board, I'd be like, fuck you, bro. You ain't getting a cent. Bye. You're fired later. Fuck out of here.
Yep.
Like, I just don't get that.
That's because the board members in most of the big corporations are not working board members. They're just board members in name only.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're mostly politicians.
Tell you what, if anybody wants me to be the CEO for a couple of hours,
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to do it. And I promise not to fuck up the company. I might completely fuck it up, but I won't fuck it up.
Seriously, precious. It's ice cream.
Mhm.
Was Justin eating dinner?
No,
Oh,
Yes.
did you
Sarah,
have
stop.
dinner yet, Justin?
no, Sarah's getting stuff to make sandwiches.
Sandwiches, huh?
Yeah, like some sub sandwiches at home.
You know, like bread, butter.
Dominic, it's like time for nighttime snack there, or daytime snack, and early in the morning.
Yeah, yeah, it's getting close to breakfast time,
Yeah.
which I'll probably do right now then.
Let me guess, porridge?
Yeah,
Oh, for fuck's sake, get
Porridge.
some eggs in you.
It's just getting into winter.
Porridge with a little bit
Yeah,
of
he eats
Vegemite
porridge
mix.
every morning.
I
That's
have
all.
for about
Hey.
8 years.
Nice.
No, I can't
Porridge
eat
with
the
a
same
little
thing every
Vegemite
day.
mixed in, right?
Yeah,
Por-
yeah, I'll do that
porridge,
as well.
porridge
back.
followed by a full English breakfast, followed by a couple of pieces of toast.
Oh.
No, I can't. I can't sit and eat the same damn thing every morning for 8 years. That's ew.
Hell, mind, I'm not gonna say that.
No, I'm just saying I like eating different things. Like I don't always like having the same thing over and over. I couldn't do that. Some days I feel like having cereal. Some days I want like eggs and toast or bacon, and occasionally I might want some oatmeal, but that's very rare. Not a big oatmeal fan.
This is the next thing I'm going to be training our birds to do. You ready?
You doing what?
Going to train our birds to do this.
To do what?
Watch. Thanks, mate.
Oh, feed you.
You need to teach them how to do some pickpocketing and bring you wallets all day home.
You don't go out the house, so it should be a problem.
Get you a couple crows or something and teach them how to steal people's wallets. They just bring you shit home all day.
Mark, have you seen they produced the weather forecast for the rest of the year?
Rain.
Not far off.
Or it's still wet, hot and wet. Sounds like Louisiana.
No, this is extremely cold and wet. Okay, ice cream is freezing.
Who's barking?
The dog, she wants me ice cream.
Ah,
Yeah. So I think that flooding got 3 cars in it. Maybe 4.
in your area?
Yeah, in the complex. One in the front that was face down in the ditch, floating. Another one on the side that looked like it was stuck. He was trying to get through and couldn't get through and stalled. And the truck that's there might be okay because they didn't come in. And then it looks like there was one in the back. And then the one by me on the corner might have got in the bottom.
Is the water going down now slowly or?
It might be. I think it was starting to go down when I went out last time.
Cause I know that even after a storm, it still can continue to rise for a little bit.
Yeah, you got to get all the surrounding area out of the way.
Yep.
Yep. Loki, why, baby? Oh.
A little bit of a slow evening tonight, isn't it?
Oh. You can't have a propagator hunt without an airboat. You got a point.
What's up, Dusty? And Jonathan said, here comes the rain again.
Yeah. It's a song. You
It
sing.
is.
Yeah, the song. It's a song you put in there. They're showing one of the girls.
Wasn't it Grace Jones? Or was it?
I'm not sure. I want to say Eurythmics, but maybe I'm wrong.
Mhm.
They're showing one of the reporters in New Orleans. She's standing in water and it's over her knees. Ah, she's standing next to a Mercedes SUV and the water's halfway up the door.
Wow.
Yep, halfway up the door. And next to it is an Infinity, same thing. Water is halfway up the door.
Now what?
The hell was that?
You just finished
There's
it
a dog
off.
saying, I want some ice cream.
She's just finished it off.
All I heard was, "Urgh." What the fuck was that?
Now she stood at the door wanting to go out.
Now I'm wondering tomorrow if Drone Nation and all of them are going to throw on a live in the morning because they're releasing the Avada 2 tomorrow.
Oh,
Well, are
Usually
they
Ron does that.
to show the DJI release videos?
Yeah, what they'll do is they'll come on and then as soon as it releases, because it's like 9 o'clock in the morning when it releases, they'll come on and then they'll whoever's buying it buy it real quick. And I think Johnny's gonna buy it. I really do, because he's selling the other Avada he's got now.
Isn't that the 11th? Is it the 11th?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow here.
Damn, it's my mum's birthday in 6 days.
How many you buying there, Dominic?
And what was that?
How many Avada 2s are you buying?
I don't know.
Maybe 3, huh?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Maybe I should get my mum one for her birthday.
And when she says, what the hell am I going to do with that? He'll be like, oh, don't worry, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy one from a Marine Corps son and tell him, look, I'll give it to you when you come back up to check it out for a while.
I mean, she's only going to be 87.
Well, that's good.
Next Tuesday.
I hope when I'm 87, I'm still flying drones.
Oh, my dad's 89 and he's still driving and playing golf. Well, he'll be 89 at the end of July, but
Oh, Justin, that guy, Ryan, I had his stream on for a few more hours. I left it on the side,
Uh-huh.
and he was getting $100 super chats. And then people were buying 50 memberships for him, everything else.
Oh yeah.
And they were just popping in.
Hmm.
All the 50 memberships, and I didn't get a free one.
Yeah, he got
did you
Yeah,
subscribe
like-
to him?
Yeah, I'm subscribed to him.
Did you tick the box that say you're willing to accept gifts from this channel?
I know I never paid attention. I forgot about that. God darn. Where's that at now?
it's in your, I think you have to go into your oh,
In
what
the
the hell
mine,
is it?
right?
I think it's your YouTube studio. You have to do it. It's just like a one general thing.
Yeah, I got
think.
that on it because I get them all the time from other
Wait.
people.
Yeah.
When the
But you
when
don't
the
even have to
ban-
be
when the
Go ahead.
banner that comes up gifting the memberships, you have to click on that banner, and I think it's there.
See, I thought it was a general one that once you click on it, everybody's like that.
and I haven't even
No,
been
no,
subbed
no.
to some channels and I
No,
get
it's
memberships all the time.
actually specific to each
Yeah,
one
it's
because
individual.
it's do
Yeah.
you wish to accept gifts from this channel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
and
missed
they're
that, didn't I?
individual channel.
That's all right. He'll be on again. Somebody else will do it.
Mm. I mean, I'm only a paid member of one channel.
You don't even have to be subscribed to a channel to get a free membership.
No, you
I've
don't
gotten them from
have to be
I've
in
gotten
the
them
chat.
from, yeah, you just
Yeah.
have to be either in the chat or had to have been there at some point. Because
Yeah.
I've gotten memberships from channels that I wasn't even in the live stream. I got an email from YouTube saying I got one.
Yeah.
But you subscribe to that channel.
No.
Whoa. Debbie Moore gave him $3.99.99.
Yeah.
I've gotten 2 or 3 memberships from 2 or 3 different drone channels that I'm not subscribed to, but I've been
And
there a
have you
couple
ever
of
been
times.
in that channel?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've like lurked them, but I've never actually subscribed to them, and I still got a membership.
Yeah, I sometimes get free ones from Art, Ken Heron, and Uncle Bill.
That's because Art and Bill just buy each other's memberships.
Yeah.
Well, Bill thought he was buying memberships to Art Channel and forgot he was on his own restream and ended up buying memberships to his own channel.
Yeah, he bought 10 of them for his own channel. Didn't even realize it until after he did it. I remember that.
I think I've had a free membership of Tammy as well. But the only
I'm only on-
one channel I'm actually a paid member of is Mikey.
I think I'm only members of 4 or 5. I cut back a few. I really go to their channel.
I know a bunch of people. I know one that's subscribed to a shit ton of channels is fucking
Dominic.
No, not Dominic. God damn it, I can't think of his name now.
Mhm.
The one that Lambo, he's fucking got a membership on everybody's
Right.
channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every chat I've seen him in, he has a membership too. He's probably paying $100 in memberships every month.
Mm. I think the cheap is, what is it, about $2.50, something like that.
You
It
can set
depends
it
on
for
what you subscribe to.
yeah, you can do $1 memberships, you can do $2, $3, you can customize it.
Mhm.
Like Geek Swana, he's got dollar memberships you can get.
Yeah.
You just spend $1.
Yeah,
you
he's
don't-
one of the ones that I'm at the top level.
I should be a member of that, really, but I mean,
But he has like my cheapest one is $2.99. I could add another one though.
Mm.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I might want to. See here.
I think I was a
Let's see.
free. I was a member of Dan Random at one point as well.
No,
I
I've
don't
never
ever,
been.
I don't ever see him around anywhere anymore. He used to be on.
He is random.
He has a live stream every week.
No, but he used to go on a lot of other people's shows, and you don't see him hardly ever
Mm.
anymore.
Yeah. Remember what his bloody name is now.
Well, Justin, you want to keep it going, buddy?
Why, are you tired or something?
Yeah, we're down to 10 people watching.
I don't care.
I'm happy to
Okay.
sit in for another hour.
Okay,
I'm good, chat.
I'll be back. You want me to make you host, Justin, or what?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Don't do that. No, he'll abuse it. Don't do it. You just stay the host and go and have a sleep. Then he can't close you down. Don't trust him. I don't.
I trust him.
That's why it's called Justin. Don't trust him.
Okay, everybody. I'll see you all a little later.
See you in a bit.
Okay.
Does seem very quiet tonight, doesn't it?
Mm.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Tim hasn't been in a long time.
Mm.
TJ, well, I wonder where he's at.
Mm.
Yeah, he's at work.
Mm.
Now it's getting louder. Laura's here. No,
Shut up, Joe.
no.
Well, was Bill taking Lloyd to the airport this morning, wasn't he? No,
Yeah.
that was yesterday, wasn't it?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, I just had a $1 membership. Well, I'll add a cheap one for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
signing
a
up
buck a
now.
month.
Fuck off. I'm not giving him $1.
Shut up.
Actually, I'll check in a minute how much that is in the UK.
About 80 pence.
Well, it's not on there yet because they have to approve it. So I don't know how long that will take. But
What do you get with this $1 membership?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Then I demand they don't accept it.
It allows you to watch member-only videos.
Yeah.
All of none.
Be like Tammy Jean, don't have any.
He hasn't got any.
No, you've got one.
I don't do any because I don't have enough people to make it worth doing that. And I've told everybody that once I get more members, I can get more
Right.
people, then I'll start doing that. But unless I can get like 10 or 15 at least consistently, then it's not worth me doing that.
Well, you
But
want to do
everybody's-
you want to do one members only video so that people become a member so they can see the video, and you just sat there going, suckers.
It's just nothing. It's just a blank screen.
Justin will be with you in a minute.
Hey Joe, quit sending all that wind over here, damn it.
I Rod.
And they had a bunch of it here.
Yeah, well, we're having a bunch of it here, and there's gonna be more tomorrow. Holy
Good.
cow. You know when it's you know how you tell it's windy? When you're
your
flying,
hair blows away.
yeah, when you're flying an open prop like the Baby Hawk, and the Baby Hawk is about 45 degrees slanted in the wind. And it's an
bottle would have been
open-
upside down.
Yeah, the Avada would have been upside down. Exactly. That's what it felt like, Joe. It was like, okay, this feels like the Avada on a windy day when it's like 45,
It
flying
doesn't
at 45
have
degrees.
nice in front.
But this is an open prop doing that because the wind is blowing that freaking bad over here today.
Well, I wanna-
Oh, you should totally do it, Corey.
Yeah, I need it.
Somebody's offering to let you take it for a flight. Why not?
Yeah, we got my apartment complex in the back flooded again. They got out in the front of the complex, they got the cars floating in the ditch.
Oh, sh-
He put it very well.
oh shit, that was a quick approval. They already approved it.
Justin, write in the chat
Yeah.
for me.
Why?
Good thing. Put some shit in the chat.
Try and get to your channel quicker.
She can't find your channel.
So she can subscribe to you.
Try and- Excuse me, what does that say? What does that say there? Subscribed.
No, it says click here to subscribe.
But I haven't got the old bell switch on. I had the other one.
You don't need that.
So keep an eye on the palm trees.
Them t-shirts look crap.
Shut up.
Yeah, take them down.
And that logo's stolen.
But look
No, it's
at
not.
look at
Oh,
that palm.
man.
Look at that palm
I
tree.
saw that.
man.
Only going to keep an eye on the palm trees if it's going to do a double somersault and a backflip.
Yeah,
One
no,
of 'em
I wasn't
was.
trying to do that in that wind. No.
Yeah, look at
no.
one of them was, look.
No, I meant the tree.
Oh yeah. Look, but I mean, look
It
at
was
that's what
true.
I was flying around in. It did okay this drone, but Jesus, was it
Yeah,
windy?
put the
Ah,
bot
boy.
up and see what it does.
Oh, the Vada would have been flipped upside down without a doubt.
It'd be rolling on the floor.
Looks like hard work.
I charged all the batteries this morning because it was pretty nice this morning, and then well, it got windy. So, anyways, all I was trying to do was blow the batteries down to about storage charge. So I didn't run them the whole way, but I don't know. I didn't feel like I did too bad in that wind cutting through there.
That's not bad.
That quarter, I love doing that on that quarter. I kept zipping down the driveway, just 90-degree turn. And this is not bad
Yeah.
either. Watch this in through here, with all that wind cutting in. Cutting
That
in
did
through all
pretty
that
good. They
dirt.
got powerful motors.
6S. It's a 6S
Yeah.
on this domain. It's the one that cut my
Yes.
fingers up.
What is it? About it got what, like a 1S?
No, technically the Vada I think is a 4S.
Yeah, it don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Made me move.
Yeah.
No.
Like I said,
One
the wind was
1S
pushing
is-
hard.
What is a 1S?
Well-
3.7, isn't it? Is it 3.7?
I'll just say I was glad to get back down on the ground, and the last two batteries, I said to hell with it. I'm just going to discharge them.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go up and fly those two batteries around.
Yeah, that last flight I did over at Fairview a couple of days ago, I came down the bayou on the first flight, and when I got down to the Chafonka River, it gave me a high wind warning. There was a Avata, right? As soon as I hit the river, I got high wind warning. So I turned and started banking it in to come back around the other side, and that sucker just kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And I was trying to come back, and it was just drifting, and I had nothing on it. I had to let it go. I had to let it go to like
That's
get
funny,
control of it.
Corey.
and it bounced right into a tree. Bounced right off the tree.
Well,
And that could have
supposedly
been
the new
bad.
one won't have quite that problem, or it'll have the
It could have
problem,
been-
but not as bad.
It could have been bad because there was metal rebar coming through the tree. And if I'd have caught that in the propeller area, it would have been a mess.
Don't
Something
want
would
to
have
catch
got tore up.
anything in your propeller area.
Yeah, something would have been missing.
Matter of fact, speaking of Jonathan's channel, his video just ran across my feed about that backpack. That thing is heavy duty looking.
See the
Jesus.
green what? See the green wire right here around this, the fencing. I lost a
God.
prop. I lost a prop today because I sort of bounced off of something on the other side of my house, and it ended up in one of those wires. I cut the props, but the prop was completely chopped off.
Wow.
Let it get one of those wires.
Dusty, how's your mummy hand healing?
Oh wait. I was trying to
Your
show you
mummy
guys
hand.
something that I wasn't even sharing. Oops.
Yeah, Dusty wants to know how's your mummy hand healing. Just call him fingers.
Oh, it's doing okay. The thumb is looking a whole lot better. The index finger definitely looks like it's healing up. The pointer finger, yeah, a little better, but it's still pretty ugly. You don't want me to show you the pictures, not unless you like
No,
being
thank
a
you.
not unless you like being a doctor.
I worked EMS and it still gives me queasy.
Yeah, the pointer finger,
Never
it took a good chunk out of it.
Ironically, I bet you Ron will say the same thing. I never have been queasy on a call, but I've seen a picture and got queasy.
Well, that one.
I don't wanna think it.
Completely
Oh,
turned my
yeah.
stomach when I see a picture.
You don't want one of them.
My
Up
cousin
carrying
sent me
up.
one. My cousin sent me a picture. It happened at Bayou Signet before I started working for WestJeff, and I thought it was a fake picture, till he told me no, this happened. There was a the poles were about 4 inches in diameter, holding a fence up, and the guy was on a jet ski, came off the jet ski and hit one of the poles
Ugh,
in a sitting position.
Jesus.
That's all I'm going to say, in a sitting position,
Uh-huh.
and it was coming out the side of his stomach. So it was, he was pinned to the pole. They had to cut the pole off to get him off. And took him to the
Jesus.
hospital like that. I couldn't even imagine that call.
You know, one of my first sergeants that I had in the military, he was on a volunteer fireman, and he went to the call of one of my classmates. There were 4 of them in the car driving around. They'd gone partying, and they were going down this curvy back road. And there was this one spot where there's this tree about 2 inches off the road. She hit
Yeah.
the tree. She hit the tree and got impaled on the steering wheel.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We had a guy that got in an accident at Highway 11 and Chef Mentor Highway. What he did was he was making the turn and he thought he could beat the car, and it wound up almost head on. It's like 3/4 head on.
Hmm.
And when he hit, the car he hit was bigger than his, so his just completely hit and stopped.
Yeah.
He went through the windshield. The car did a complete 360. He hit, and as he rolled off the hood, the car pinned him against the hood. So he was standing up, pinned against the hood with the other car.
Hmm.
And they called us out there. We had to pick up a surgeon from Charity Hospital to go with us just in case. Because they said he was alert and oriented, but he was pinned. They couldn't move him. Didn't know how to move him off the car because of the wreckage. And the
Hmm.
fire department was getting ready to cut the car apart, but they wanted a surgeon out there in case they needed to do anything.
Sure.
Sounds
So
good,
we-
Mike.
So we get the surgeon out there. The surgeon looks at him and he goes, "Dude, we're gonna give you some stuff that's gonna knock you out. And I hate to tell you, but your legs are crushed. We're just gonna take them off here." He said it'll save your life. The guy said, "What are you talking about?" And they hit him with the stuff right that fast.
Hmm.
And I stood there watching the surgeon take from the knees down off of the guy.
I saw plenty of dead bodies growing up because I was always with my dad on like 90% of the fire calls he had to go on because we were
Yeah.
always out doing something. And he was the chief for the volunteer fire department. So, you know, if I was with him and he got a call, I went with him. I just stayed in the
Yep.
car, you know. I didn't get out of the car.
Well done.
Well, that was no fun.
We finished with
But
that.
like there was plenty of times when we were pulled up right next to bodies on the ground. You know, that accidents and stuff. I saw a lot of shit growing up. Never bothered me though. Didn't
Yeah, you
seem to
can't let
bother
that
me
little
at all.
crap bother you.
So this was my Monday flight. I flew a little on Sunday, which is obviously the day after I had the thing, but this was my Monday flight after like 2 batteries cruising around. And then I just kind of got back into it and just went at it. You can see the palms were not moving around nearly as bad on Monday. It was a lot nicer day. Hi, Mr. Vendor. Nice to see you.
Mike's on his way to Golden Corral. Yummy.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah. Have fun, Mike. Going to meet the wife over there.
I like
Get all
coming.
you
I
can
like.
eat
I like
shrimp.
coming in down in through there.
Window too, haven't I?
That always looks good in the goggles.
You can get all you can eat shrimp. That'd be good.
Just to say, can only assume that's a restaurant.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
buffet.
Oh,
They got all different types of food and a dessert buffet and all that.
nice.
Got ice cream machines you can go up to and get as much ice cream out of them as you want. All
That's
the
it.
toppings.
Sod the main course. Straight to the sweets.
But they'll have
Yep.
like pizza and salads and
Ribs,
roasts and ribs and steaks, all kinds of shit.
butterfly
So,
shrimp.
Yeah, it's all you
Straight
can
to
eat.
straight to the sweets.
And it's not a bad price too. Like what's I think last time I went there it was like $15 a person or something.
Yeah, it's like $15. Boy, you can eat.
Mm.
Oh, Lord help me.
Yeah.
We
I
have
like
a couple of
Brazilian steakhouses.
Indian ones on a Curry Mile, and we have a few Chinese ones in Chinatown. But that's about it as far as all you can eat buffets.
We got one in Basildon.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That wouldn't surprise me,
There's
Jonathan.
2 all you can eat round here.
All the neighborhoods
Yeah,
look
we
the
used
same
to
in
have
Florida.
them, but they're not popular anymore.
They're pretty much always Chinese, aren't they?
No, the one near us isn't Chinese. It's a world buffet.
All right.
You see,
That sounds more interesting.
Watch
if we
this
could
one,
have all
Joe.
that.
Because it's
You're about
Korean.
to see something interesting. Oops.
Wow.
Mark, you should see some of the
You saved
buffets
it.
in Las
They
Vegas.
saved
Oh
it.
my God.
Yeah. Did that, came out of it, and was staring at that palm tree, going, "Oh fuck!" And leaned it back as hard as I could, trying to somewhat do a Matty flip kind of
If
thing
I
to
had to
move
go
it
and
backwards.
stay in Las Vegas, I couldn't afford to eat as well.
But after cutting my fingers up as bad as I did, I felt like that was a pretty good flight for sort of jumping back in the bandwagon.
Yeah, you start
Yep.
winning on the tables, they'll offer you free nights and shit. They'll try to get you to stay and spend more money. They'll start offering you free rooms and all kinds of shit.
Not spend some money, lose it all back.
Well, that's their whole strategy. They'll be like, "Oh, you want a complimentary 2 more nights on us?"
Mm.
And then you know, it's just to try to get you to stay so you'll spend it back in the casino.
Well, you just say yes and then just don't go in the casino again.
Right. I mean, if you have that kind of self-control, I mean, but I'd say 80% of people don't. I mean, that's the reason why they do that, because the majority of people are going to go back in there.
I'm pretty sure
I
I
didn't know this. They got one by Johnny, the Golden Corral.
I actually went with my mates to a casino once and didn't spend a penny.
Oh, too
Hey,
far.
I'm just give you a heads up, Joe. If you take your camera bag in there and put some Tupperware containers in there,
I want it up.
load
Load
up.
it up.
Oh,
Do like cousin Eddie on Vegas vacation.
Yep.
Fucking pulls out a whole rut sack, starts filling it up with rolls and shit.
Joe's going to be spending every Friday evening going to that what's it place again.
You know what they have too? They have meatloaf. They have a big meatloaf with the ketchup on the top. They're showing they got steaks, they got all the vegetables you want. Paul wouldn't like it.
I don't know. There's just certain meals I don't go to restaurants to have, and meatloaf probably would be one of them.
Yeah, I don't think I
Power
want the
supplies at the
meatloaf.
top,
The fried
and
chicken is
it blows
good
the
too.
warm her down.
You know, when I traveled for 20 years, finding something like meatloaf was golden compared to eating it all the other freaking. You could only eat good food so much before even the good food gets. I tell everybody,
yeah,
I
if you're
would have
traveling a
killed. I
lot.
would have killed for a can of SpaghettiOs. Seriously, there's only
Yeah,
so
like
many
if-
times you could eat at Red Lobster, Olive Garden, Ruth Chris, and all those damn places. It's only so many times.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're traveling a lot. That makes sense. But I'm just talking about when you generally just go out to find somewhere to eat. I want something like some good seafood or a good steak or something like that.
70% of my time for almost 20 years.
Right.
I
You know
always
what? I
look
didn't
for the
think about
hole in the
something.
wall places to eat.
Oh, no,
If you go at lunch, it's cheaper.
Oh yeah, if you go
Yeah,
off the beaten path and try to find some little mom and pop places, you'll find some gems, man.
Mhm.
You go looking. Like a nice little, just like sometimes you'll find a nice little bar and grill. Just a little mom and pop bar and grill, and they have good just grill food, like hamburgers and stuff.
That is.
Chili. Chili is godsend when you travel because it's just different.
Or just like mom and pop barbecue places. Those are some of the best.
Oh
to
yeah,
go to.
those two. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want some good barbecue.
Yeah.
Hey,
Anything that's
Dominic.
different.
Hey, Dominic.
Yep.
Desserts. You ready?
Yep.
Assorted cupcakes, assorted cookies, chocolate chips, coconut macaroons, pumpkin pie, fruit cobbler, fudge brownies, carrot cake, banana pudding, bread pudding, cotton candy, hot fudge, strawberry toppings, ice cream cones,
Oh.
all kinds of stuff.
Cotton candy?
Fresh dips.
Yeah, I was just
cotton
going to say
candy.
that.
That's
It's
kind of a
got
weird
soft serve
to do
ice
for a
cream.
restaurant.
Name's fairy
chocolate-
It's all about where they.
Chocolate dip,
Yeah.
Rice Krispie treats, chocolate dip, strawberry skewers.
You know,
Yeah,
the
kind of
question is,
dessert.
where the hell does he keep all that shit in the back to have that much on his menu?
Well, I'm
It's gotta be
telling you.
hell to order. That's gonna be hell to kind of order and keep supplies.
Oh,
Pizza used to give me fits.
but that's what I'm saying is if you look at some of the top chefs in the world, they'll tell you a small menu with ever-changing specials is the way to go. You know,
You
do
don't
it-
want a big variety because it's hard
Right,
to
you-
freaking
Well-
stock it in freezer space and everything else.
Yeah, and then you got to rotate
Mhm.
everything, and it's a lot to keep. That's why I say a small, basic, good menu. You find some really good menu, small menu, and then you just do a different special every week.
Or items
Yeah.
that you're using a lot of the same thing in all of the items.
And this
Right.
is the best of both worlds, because when you go for dinner, you got golden shrimp, carving station, bone-in turkey, signature sirloin steaks, bourbon sweet chicken, fried fish, baked fish, meatloaf, pot roast, and then a pork entree, pizzas, and chicken and dumpling.
No, JDS cotton candy was just kind of a random ass dessert for a restaurant to have.
Yeah,
It's something you get at like a fair or something.
Yeah,
Like, that's kind of a
We
random
call-
ass dessert.
yeah, that's
We
what
call
we
it fairy
call
floss.
candy
None of this
floss. Yeah.
cotton candy, Robbie.
Mm.
I mean, you can go
and they
to
got
the
20
groceries.
sides.
You can go to the grocery store and buy cotton candy in a bag
Yeah.
now.
They have a lot of
have-
refrigerator space to hold all that
Well,
inventory.
I have
Yeah, they do.
seen some places that do
Yeah.
it, but you can't go into a shop here and buy candy floss very often.
Candygram from Uncle.
Oh, you can. You can occasionally find fairy floss in our
We've got candy.
Did you
floss
just call
all
it
over the
fairy
fucking
floss?
place.
We've got loads
that's what it
everywhere.
is.
Fairy floss. I've never heard anybody call cotton candy fairy floss. That's
Uh,
funny.
That's
Oh,
we call
we
it.
call it
Nice as well.
we call it candy floss.
Candygram.
It's three different names.
Mm.
Mm.
It's basically just whipped melted sugar.
Yeah, see, you can go to the store and you can buy this right here. I mean, you can get it anytime you want.
yeah.
Like they sell it at the stores in bags like that.
Yeah, you can buy that.
They're
in
not that
our store.
expensive, but
Well,
like you can get little dollar bags at the dollar store with those in there.
mm.
Like you don't even have to go to a fair anymore to get that kind of stuff.
It's just a dental bill in a bag.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen any in
Well,
the shops near me.
Your stores in Manchester are just so rubbish.
We've actually got candy floss machines. There's one right outside Primark. I mean, perfect place for it.
Yeah.
It does the fancy shapes.
My dad actually had an industrial cotton candy
Shapes.
machine, and we had it in his garage for years, and me and my cousins used it all the time. Yeah, because
The
he
holes on that case.
I mean, if Joe set it up right, he could probably
Uh-huh.
make cotton candy with the Avada.
Yeah.
He could stir it up really well.
I'm telling
Your candy floss is ready if you can catch it.
you. Yeah.
fairy floss. That was
I
funny.
tell you what, I came very close to taking out a Vada out a little while ago and flying around all this water too. Just because I could get underneath stuff and closer to the cars in the ditch. There's a lot of
You
wire.
just wanted to break it so you had an excuse to buy the new one.
No, I don't need an excuse to buy the new.
So you gonna buy the new one?
Hell
Oh.
no.
No, he don't need an excuse. He just needs the money.
Mm.
Well, the worst part about it, I got the money on a
Yeah.
credit card, but
Have
And
you
that's not.
seen-
Then you haven't got the money. You've got a credit card.
Have you
You gotta
seen
pay
this-
it back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
but have
credit
you
card
seen-
is 12 months, same as credit. So
Have you seen the stack of credit cards Joe has? He showed them one day on the live stream. He's got a whole stack of them.
What?
Messages.
And then he went and said, "Oh, I'm not going to buy the 3D printer. I'm going to go lock these up in my safe." And then, like 3 days later, he's like, "I ordered the 3D printer."
What the
Yeah.
hell was that?
I've got no use for it because I don't fly my Avada.
Say it properly, so you can hear.
Just
Uh,
check your
I take my
messages.
I take my Avada with me.
I can't right now. I'm doing dishes. Sorry.
What I end up using my Avada for most of the time is
Bring it
when I
forward.
run across somebody new who walks up and is talking to me.
Don't you have a dishwasher?
I
I'm
will
loading
literally
it.
let them fly the
Use the
Avada.
dishwasher.
I'll teach them how to. I'll teach them how to fly it, and then I'll put them in the goggles and let them fly it around a little bit to sort of
Yeah,
suck
I've
them
got
to
one
suck them into
thing
the
over.
hobby.
I've got to take all the plates out of the dishwasher. It's finished now.
Yeah, I'm unloading it, and I got to load it back up. 'Cause
So I'm wondering if Ron and them are gonna have
I don't have to
donation
load it
tomorrow
back
morning
up.
when
There
the
is only-
Nevada comes
There
up.
is only
Oh, I'm
one
sure.
plate and one dish to put back in it.
The question is, which of that group is actually going to buy it?
every one of them,
I can tell you who's gonna buy it. I can tell you right now who's gonna buy it. Johnny.
every one of them is going to buy it because they all want to do review videos on it. I
Marcus
guarantee every
would buy
single
it,
one
but,
will.
but Marcus just sold
Okay,
his
that's the
Avada.
most you're gonna get.
I'm telling you, bro. Give them
Well,
like a
if
week or
Marcus
two,
has
they're
sold
gonna
his
have it.
Avata, it's getting ready to buy the new one.
I
I
guarantee
don't
it.
think so.
Yeah,
He
the
was
problem
just
Marcus
getting, he was
has
just getting used to it.
with his eyes, the guy,
And Ron-
it's just
Ron
never
likes
going to
it.
work for him with that one
Yeah, he
eye the
does-
way it is. It's
He
just,
doesn't like the situational awareness.
so there's like
Ron,
there's really no
Ron loves
point for
Well,
him.
you
flying
might
the
want to look
Avata.
at buying a cheap case.
Yeah, Ron likes flying the Avata.
Mhm.
Ron,
Yeah, it's fun to fly.
I don't
But
think
all-
I don't think DeMarco will get it.
Wow.
any of those guys that have the first one, that have channels like that, I guarantee every one of them's going to buy one.
maybe.
So Ports of
Probably.
New Orleans got 8.2 inches of rain in 3 hours.
See a lot. I think we do.
I mean, if Marcus isn't buying it for a
Big
medical reason, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
but then
I
look at the
guarantee
fan.
if it wasn't for that, he'd buy it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he would.
But I mean, medical reason, that's understandable.
Yeah, his eyesight with that one eye is so bad.
I thought.
I'm glad he tried it. I'll give him tons of props for trying to get it to work, but yeah. So good of him that he was able to sell it and move it on to somebody else.
Yeah, I know. But your mother
Joe
won't take
Podolio
it.
bought it.
Yeah, that-
Joe bought it
But
from
I-
him?
But I
Oh,
totally
as a
agree
spare,
with Joe.
got
I
it.
would guarantee you Johnny's gonna buy it. Johnny gets all the new builds. Except for like the big ones, like the Inspires and shit.
So was Dre serious about buying one?
For
Uh,
him, yeah, I
he-
could
yeah, he
understand.
was.
I could 100% understand 107 guy buying that new Avata.
And he
100%.
says he wants it. So you
Yeah.
can get in between, like he's doing a train yard, but you can get in
Yeah.
between the trains and stuff.
I
Yeah.
mean, come on,
Yeah.
look at Mark Fisher.
you have slots and
He's
not-
freaking doing advertisements for TV shit using the
Yeah.
Avata 1. So damn
Mm.
straight that Avata 2 is going to be
I
extremely
used the
usable.
Avata the other day on that real estate shoot. I flew underneath the building that had like it's a raised building. So I flew
Mhm.
through the building, around the building with it. In the backyard, I got in the backyard right next to the property and did a slight little yaw and turned it as I went so you get the whole back of the property.
So, you know, for
Mm.
the guys making money with it, 100% get the Avata 2. And especially if you fly with the motion controller, because they made a change on the motion controller that makes it a hell of a lot nicer. They
Yeah.
flipped the brake
flip it.
and the thumbstick. The thumbstick is finally on the correct side for right-handed flyers. That thumbstick was on the wrong side, and you had to reach really far as a right-handed guy flying with the motion controller.
You had to use your little finger.
Yeah, yeah. It was just awkward, to say the least. It was awkward. Now that they flipped it, oh, now that thumbstick is great. I'm curious how they implemented the roll and the flip. Wonder if it's the little roller button right on the side.
It might be.
I always said they could do it easily enough because it's nothing but freaking software. It's not like they
Yeah.
can't just code that in the software. Here's a roll. How hard is that? How hard is that to do? It's not. But then again, I work in the software and work for the largest software provider in the planet, so I'm used to being able to do the impossible.
So I thought we got 5.7 inches of rain, is what I heard earlier. They said we got 8 inches of rain.
Oh, oh, come on, Joe. Anybody that
That's
lives around the
possible.
anybody that lives around the Gulf Coast has had days like that before.
Oh, yeah. This is a normal thing.
It's kind of a normal thing. How many times have you gotten like 3-4 inches of rain in like 30 minutes?
Oh, yeah, that happens. What got me last night was it was the Weather Channel between it was between West Monroe and it was down to Lake Charles, Louisiana, the band, when it cuts
Mhm.
across the state, right?
Mm-hmm.
In 1 hour,
You go find out.
they had, I think they said it was 47,000 lightning strikes.
Wow.
Tampa's the lightning capital of the planet, so
Well, they were showing a picture, of the horizon, and it looked like people shooting a flash on a bunch of photographers. It looked like. It was just,
I love it when we get those. They're fun to watch.
that'd be a good hyperlapse.
Yeah, it would.
Throw the drone up about 300 feet and see how long it lasts.
So the Avata 2, if you're making money with your Avata, you'll get the Avata 2. If you don't have an Avata, you'll get the Avata 2.
I mean, if Dre's wanting to get a Nevada, he might as well just wait till the 2 comes out and then see which one.
Oh, he's gonna get the 2. It flies better and it has a better camera.
Well, how do
Although
we know
not,
that?
although not drastically better. It's basically the difference between an Action 3 and an Action 4 camera. Is it better? Sure. Is it like night and day drastic better? No.
Is
Yeah, but
is the
how did-
lens gonna be the same size, like the same size camera?
The center is 1/1/3.
Is that what's on the bottom?
It's also what's on the Mini 4 Pro. It's what's on the
Yeah.
Mini 3 Pro.
So my question, are the filters gonna fit the same?
Of course not.
That probably
But
won't.
it looks like it could be.
Oh, that's a good question. I haven't looked at that part to see whether it uses the same filters.
Look, Rod.
Yeah. You get the ones that are good for the FPV drones that
Yeah.
lock on. That lock on.
Yeah, they lock on.
Yeah. Those are
So,
nice.
so tomorrow night I'll get on Ken Herons and try to win again.
Yeah.
So the question is, Joe, at least from an FPV perspective, when they finally come out with the 04 air unit, which is not going to happen until late in the year. It probably won't be till November before they actually create the 04 air unit. Doesn't exist. What's in
Yeah.
that Avata 2 is sort of what will become an 04, but 04 will be a extremely stripped down version of all that crap that they don't need for just an air unit. So the team that's doing the Avata 2, according to Magtech, their next project, once the Avata 2 is released, is to begin the engineering to work to do an 04 air unit.
So the question is the Avata 2 gonna work with the Integra goggles
Nobody knows at this point.
and the sticks?
Yeah, nobody knows. The sticks, the sticks, not likely at all. Magtech
Yeah.
says they've completely reworked the protocols and the frequencies for the RC controller to the 04. So
the
the
old
chances
motion
that the
controller
old
won't work
sticks,
either.
the old sticks are likely to never work with the new drone. Never. Because they radically changed the control.
Yeah.
Supposedly the controller talks to the goggles and the goggles talk to the drone instead of the controller talking directly to. Anyways, there's a bunch of crap that Magtech is going to be looking at when he buys one tomorrow. They obviously didn't send him one. DJI doesn't like him, but he's an engineer in the UK. I love watching him. He's got all these frequency analyzers and all this other shit and those chips, and that's why it was pretty easy when the
Yeah.
shit, the Air 3
Is
clone,
it-
the Air 3 clone thing. It literally uses DJI's AccuSync P1 chip.
Yep.
So it's not like they made it. So it was obvious DJI handed it to them. So, i.e., that company is DJI.
Yep. So I'm hoping that I don't think it'll ever happen, but it would be really good if it did work with at least the motion control. But like I said, I know it won't. I'd love to be able to just have to buy just a drone. That'd be nice.
It's probably not going to work with the Motion 2 either, for the same reason. Whatever they changed in the protocol
But
for
the
the
trick
actual
question in all
drone
of this,
control.
the trick question in this is why do they have a price for just a drone?
Spares.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
not
that's the
wrong.
thing.
What
they got
I'd
the
really
price of
like
the
to see
kit.
is a price for the goggles alone. But what we don't know is
Yeah.
if the goggles will work with the old 03 stuff.
Just because they said that the drone is $400 and something, just a drone.
That is
That's-
still a bit suspicious.
Yeah,
Because those prices look a lot like some of the early leaked prices, which did not include the tariffs, the 25% tariff. So I'm just going to tell you, don't be surprised if that price is about 25% higher than what showed up on that website.
yeah. But it's just, if they're selling a drone by itself, that's telling me it's got to be compatible with something.
One would think.
It
What
would,
that
thing is,
something
is,
is will be
it's
interesting.
going for that.
if you look back on DJI, though, I don't think they've ever actually sold a drone by itself at the beginning. They waited till a month or two, and then you'll start finding replacement ones.
Again, spares.
But
People want
I've never
spares.
seen them actually release just a drone
Mm-mm.
by itself at the beginning.
Just
Yeah,
because
I've
of
never seen it
just
either.
because of not having enough inventory. Yeah, you're
Well,
right.
they want to make people buy all the new shit too. I mean,
Yeah, of course.
why would you want to just sell the drone to somebody if they could have all the stuff that would work with it? You want to try to sell as many combo kits as possible and then put out the drones.
So it will be interesting to see if that pricing turns out to be right, Joe.
Hmm.
Yep.
And I know that company that posted it up there, Apt. They're the largest electronics seller in Chicago. They have a few sites. They're a little bit like Best Buy. They sell refrigerators and oh shit, they sell everything for inside the home, basically. Seriously. They sell more crap inside the home than
Hey,
Best Buy sells inside the
Kendall.
home in their inventory. And oh, by the way, they happen to carry drones and TVs and stereos and projectors and
What
all
do you
kinds
need
of
it for?
shit.
There. Yeah. I was about to use that on the mayonnaise.
But that pricing could be without the tariffs it's assigned to it. That
Yep.
could have been the filler pricing that was put out without the tariffs being applied. Sort of the holding price until the real price, until the official launch and the official pricing comes through.
So it's gonna be an exciting show on Johnny's tonight. South Florida recap.
He's got half
Just for
chrome
you,
on there.
Justin.
He's got half
Nope.
chrome on there. Is he
I
gonna
like
be
Johnny,
talking
but I'm
about
not watching it.
is he gonna be talking about this clone?
Hmm.
And by the way, Joe, that clone one, the update servers are DJI update servers. They trace the IP
Mhm.
addresses back. In fact,
Wow.
some of the assemblies in some of the DLLs and crap in the code still say DJI on it. They didn't rename them all.
Hmm.
You know, you really don't want to do this shit with a bunch of tech guys that really know how to take things apart. You better be damn good at hiding your shit, or they're just gonna find it. And they found it. So it's obvious what DJI is doing. What DJI needs to do is what Toyota and Honda and all of them did, which is put something over here in the US, and then this whole problem would go away.
Yep.
Build
Yeah,
it
move
here,
on halfway.
license it here, put the infrastructure here, meaning the log servers, the update servers, all that shit. Controlled by a company that is a US company that's not DJI. DJI just license it to them all. And this whole ban thing will just go away. It won't matter. And kind of what you're seeing with this other thing is maybe them testing doing that.
Justin,
What?
you know the other week when I needed a Windows key,
Yeah, what about it?
can you remember who helped me out with it?
It was Corey, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought it were.
Yeah.
Can't seem to
believe
find
I
his
would-
contact details.
You don't
Look,
have him
watch
on
out.
Facebook?
No, I thought I did. Because he must have sent it me somehow.
Probably email.
Yeah, I've had a look. Can't find it in there either.
Let me take a look.
Messenger on Facebook?
That's where I was looking. That's where I thought he'd thing, but it's not there.
Let me go take a look. I'm about to go back to my computer. I'll see if I can find it.
Or was it on it's on Zoom?
We went on Zoom.
You guys were on a panel when you were talking to him, but he had
Yeah.
to have sent it to you through something else.
Actually,
hold on.
Joe, I need to ping Ray. Because Ray invited me onto his next
Oh,
show
Corey,
on
yeah.
Thursday. I just don't know whether it's Thursday tomorrow or a week from Thursday.
Yeah. Could be Thursday tomorrow.
Is he going back to every week? No, he can't
Yeah.
go back to every.
No,
is he
he-
going back to every week? Because he'd run
No,
into.
I think he's every other week.
Here you go, David. I
He'd
just
run
sent you
into.
a link to his
You
Facebook.
want to be the off weeks from Heron.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, that was Corey that helped you with that. He gave you a key for it.
Right. It definitely wasn't done on Facebook.
Anyways, the FPV stuff on Sunday was, I guess, a little lame.
Oh, man.
They only flew like for 2 hours. They didn't really fly all that much. It was like just flying over flying over the
That didn't
beach
help.
with nothing around.
Yeah, I've looked at that. Oh, no.
Not terribly exciting. You know what the bad part is about being around the beach, Joe?
What?
Too much sand for the motors.
Oh, yeah.
If you go
It's like-
down.
I will not take a camera near sand.
Yeah.
I did one time with the kids out at Fontainebleau Park, out at the beach out there. Took some pictures. 2 days later, I had a gritty sound. And it was nothing I touched.
Check your messenger again, David.
Oh, Justin, check your messages.
That tornado that hit Slidell tore it up.
Corey Pool. Mm-hmm.
Well, on the
Oh,
good news
boy.
front, Ken got called up to go do a job, so
That was more interesting though, Laura.
They got drone footage now up. Chandler put that drone up.
Today.
About 10 businesses lost roofs.
I've deleted all my emails.
you know that was one thing, Joe, when that last hurricane went through. Well, not Ian. Ian obviously flooded everything out, but a couple of years ago when that one went through Fort Myers, that I kind of told everybody, did you see it? Did you see any news stories with a bunch of roofs torn off? And the answer was no. Of course, that one was a Cat 3 right at Cat 4.
Yeah.
But because of the angle of it, that one didn't push the water like this last one did, pushed up in there. But I keep telling everybody, after Andrew, if you have a house built after Andrew, if you lose your roof, it was a really nasty storm.
Yeah, it means that you probably don't have the house.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's
It's because the
30
walls came down first.
every 36 inches is rebar, and not rebar into the foundation, rebar down into the ground below the
Yep.
foundation. It's literally strapped to the fucking ground. So you
That's like my
lose your roof
grandmother's
with
house.
that, there's nothing left.
My uncle built my grandmother's
Oh, yeah.
house. And the beams are supposed to be 16. He's got them at 12.
Yeah.
And he's got them with cypress. So you don't have to worry about the termites and all of that.
Hmm.
And this house is built so well that
Do me a favor.
if the only way, and the roof's made better than that, the way he's got it set up. Yeah, he said one time, he said, the only way you lose the roof is if the walls fall.
Hmm. When I was younger, I had bought a house that was
Yeah,
probably built
you
in
just must
the
have left off.
1920s.
I'll send you a link.
The roof is made out of 2x10s, but I had this
Oh, yeah.
wood railing
Yeah,
going up
yeah,
the
yeah,
steps
yeah,
to
yeah.
upstairs.
If I need you. I'll
And
send
that
you.
wood was so damn hard that in order to put a
Oh.
nail in it, you had to use a drill and drill the hole first.
Yeah. Wow.
Otherwise, the nail was just going to bend over. That's how freaking hard that wood was. I don't even think a tornado could take that house down. That wood was so hard that they made that place with.
Yeah, he built 4 houses in the neighborhood, 5 houses in the neighborhood. And when Katrina came through, every house in the neighborhood had roof damage except the 5 he built.
Hmm.
But I tell him he did something right.
Mm-hmm. Well, look at those guys in Mexico Beach that built that crazy engineering house. That thing was. It was 2 engineers that way over engineered that thing. I forget how many pylons they had, but the pylons went down 40 some feet into the ground. They got it down to whatever.
Oh, welcome back.
and they had straps that went through the pylon, through the poured concrete of the house, up across the roof, back down the other side, down the other pylon strap. So that house was strapped to fucking
Yeah, there.
granite underneath. And so
I used
when the
to-
news guys asked them,
Yeah, it
well, how
doesn't
much
help.
wind do you think that place could take? Because it had like bulletproof glass for glass too on that house. And they were
Yeah.
like, yeah, about 250-mile-an-hour winds. It's
They did that with the whole neighborhood down here in Florida. I don't remember where it was exactly up. I was watching a thing, news story on it.
if you
And
go
they
back and
designed
you
this
look
whole
at the
neighborhood.
pictures of Mexico Beach, you'll see this one white house that looks like it was built built after the storm. That was theirs. It was 2 engineers that engineered that thing. It was just complete utter overkill. A million years from now, that house is still going to be standing.
It'll be underwater, but it'll be still standing.
Good evening, Rod.
Hello.
I
Actually,
had
it's
to take a
Miami.
little nappy.
That happens. Yeah, that or drink 5-hour energy or Monster. Take your pick.
Miami's the one that's having trouble with the water level.
Lots of parts of the world are having trouble with the water level, but you know what? The
No, I'm
water
saying
level's
just here
been
in
higher.
Florida.
The water level's been higher before we lived. In fact, the entire planet has gone through periods of time when we didn't have any polar caps at all. It was all water,
Yeah,
both poles.
we
know
didn't
that.
live
We
through
know
that.
that for a fact. Life
Yeah,
still
but
exists on the planet. It didn't kill the planet. We're still here.
yeah, the planet is, but nothing that was on it is, except
Roaches.
cockroaches.
And the birds.
Roaches all the time. Where that big one we had in that video came from.
Or some of the fish in the ocean too.
Only the ichthyosaur, maybe the odd jellyfish.
Yeah, the birds.
So anyways, what do you think humans are going to do? We'll do like we always do. We'll adapt. Hey, it's going to be flooded there. Okay, move a mile over that way. It won't be flooded anymore. That'll be the beachfront. Okay, so whatever.
Well, look what happened with in is it San Francisco? They told them people with the houses to move, so they set sail with them.
Found in Cuba.
I'm gonna be listening.
Okay.
But I mean,
Right,
we'll
everyone be
either,
quiet.
we'll either
Calm
end
down.
up like the Dutch and build shit to hold the sea back as much as
Hi, John.
possible, or we'll just slowly move the buildings back inshore. Take your pick. Probably a little bit of both.
Well,
My
the Maldives will vanish.
You know, my answer to global warming is everybody move to northern Canada. You won't have the problem. Or Greenland or Iceland, move there. It'd be a little cooler.
Iceland's not cool. It's full of volcanoes.
Mm.
Yeah, with ice on top of them.
Yeah, it's just hot under the collar.
Yeah, it's hot underneath, not on top. Only when underneath decides to blow up is it hot on top.
Yeah.
And just like the whole, oh, if we hit this degree of centigrade, the planet's gonna come apart. The reality is the planet's been like even way hotter than what they keep saying is a disaster, and the planet's still here. Might not be good for us. I agree. I agree. We should clean up all of our shit. Just quit trying to scare the shit out of everybody and make people do it.
Well, the problem is too, is we're not even the biggest polluters in the world. China and India are fucking far worse than
Mhm.
anybody.
Oh,
Mhm.
you and your China.
India is absolutely disgusting ass fucking country. I'm sorry. No offense against anybody that's from there, but that place is a shithole.
A lot of pollution. I can give you another place that's got a crap ton of pollution. Mexico City. Oh. Or Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires is not so buenos. Seriously. Oh my God. I was glad to go indoors because being outdoors was just terrible. The pollution and smog down there was just horrid bad. Same thing with Mexico City. And their problem is you got all those cars and they're in the bottom of a volcano. So they're the bottom of a fishbowl. So all that crap just hangs around in the fishbowl. What I don't seem to get right now is all the talk about, hey, we need electric vehicles, we need electric vehicles, we need electric vehicles. You know, before we can switch everybody over to that, we need to build more fucking power lines and power distributions.
We need power for.
We're kind of putting the cart before the horse here as far as the system being able to support a billion
gonna use
electric
my-
cars running around.
I'm just going to use Honda generator.
Yeah.
Yeah, running gasoline. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You just crank up the generator in the trunk while you're going down the road. You're fine.
Mm-hmm. Actually, there was a guy that did that, I think, with a Tesla. He did that to charge it
Yeah.
and just drive it to get a range
It was-
thing on it.
It was in the middle of nowhere, and some guy pulled over to help and asked him if he needed help. And he was like, something about, I need gas. And the guy was like, what do you mean you need gas? You're in a Tesla. And all of a sudden he pulls out this fucking Honda generator out of his fucking truck.
Oh, yeah. So the idea is okay, but it's like a lot of things. It's technology. The technology is on the verge. You know, when we get these next set of generations of battery tech where you can charge in 15 minutes and you get 900 kilometers in range, okay, people might buy into that.
Yeah, we're never gonna get fully off petroleum, but we could cut back a little bit.
Oh, no,
Because-
I beg to disagree. There will be a time that we are going to dump petroleum like a hot potato.
All those people with
I
the
don't
classic
think we're
cars
close to
will
that, though.
never dump petroleum.
Oh, hey Dominic.
I don't think we're even close to that, though.
Yeah, hey Dominic. How close are we to fusion? Have you been
If
reading
you had
all
the
this?
six-
Have you
if
been
you
reading
had
all
the
the shit
six-
on
Yeah, it's
fusion?
just not
We are.
stable.
If you had a 63
close, but it's
Mustang
not stable enough.
convertible,
But it's getting
Hasn't
there.
the
That's the
UK
point.
just
Yeah, we're
reached
really
new
getting close.
records?
Yes, they
Yes,
did.
the UK have reached new records with cold fusion.
Not cold fusion, fusion.
Fusion. Nuclear
cold
fusion
fusion.
rather than cold fusion.
yeah,
Cold
well,
fusion's the ultimate.
Cold
That-
fusion's the
That's
ultimate.
probably
The nuclear
centuries
fusion's
away.
getting closer. We've actually been able to stably produce for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, and they now have an AI that can help with the containment field.
Mm.
When it literally, the AI can detect that the hole is going to occur 300 milliseconds before the hole occurs in the magnetic field, so that they can adjust it to cover it up. So all the pieces parts are starting to come together to probably by early 2030s turn
They
the
just
first
need-
one on.
They just need
Mm.
Matt's wiring diagram and they'll be all set.
Yeah, that's what they need.
mhm.
But I mean, as a society, as a world, when we get to the point that we can do fusion power and effectively just produce more electricity than you know what to do with, then it makes all the sense in the world that every vehicle and everything else is all electric. Because
Sorry.
hello, we got the same power as the sun.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, but okay, so you're talking about getting off petroleum for like,
for fuel, we'll use it
well,
for like
yeah, I'm
probably
saying, but
plastics and lubricants and things
right,
like
that's
that.
what
It'll
I'm
still be
talking about.
plastics and lubricants.
We can cut back on
But it'd
petroleum as
be
far as fuel use, but we'll still have to use it to make
I doubt it.
tires and all that shit. I
If
mean,
you
look
have
at
a
a
Unless you
six,
t-
can get a good base
come
power
on,
line.
if you've got a
All about base
62 or
power.
a 63 Corvette or a 66 Mustang convertible, you're not gonna stop using petrol.
Nope.
no.
well, there'll be
Say
certain
stop
cars
using
that are
it.
grandfathered in, but
we'll
As
still
I said, I
drop
didn't say stop
usage by like
using it. I said lessen
90%.
our reliance on it.
We'll
we're talking
drop
about new
usage by
cars.
90%. So
Yeah, because I'm saying that I was just talking fuel costs or fuel usage. We could cut way back, but you're still gonna have to use it to make tires and make paints
Yeah.
and different things like that, and plastics and
Yeah,
all that.
fuel for use, the transport usage. Was
I mean,
not,
the
is not,
U.S. uses what, 20 million barrels a day. So I mean, just think about it. The U.S. got off petroleum as a fuel
anyways,
source.
Dominic, this is the part that really makes me mad about the whole clean, green, all that kind of crap. It's like, to hell with the electric vehicles for right now. Seriously. It's like, okay, whatever, little side project, have a few of them. Great. Freaking every government in the world needs to be collaborating and spending in every dime we can into making fusion happen sooner. As soon as we can get fusion power working, the dynamic utterly changes overnight. Utterly changes overnight.
yeah.
Literally, it's flip a switch. Then we
Oh.
can produce all the electric things we want. We don't need to put windmills or solar up. You still could. There won't be much point to it, but well, there is in case the grid goes down or something happens to the grid or an accident or hurricane,
We've been
tornado.
running electric vehicles for over 80 years.
True.
Called milk floats.
And then at some point, because of what fusion is, once we got to get it, probably 70, 80 years after we get it, we'll probably have it miniaturized enough that we can literally build every house with its own nuclear fusion reactor as part of the house.
Boom. There goes number
No,
13.
that's the beautiful part about fusion. Fusion is utterly safe.
Yeah, well, the UK set the record for nuclear fusion, and the unfortunate part is it was its final.
Yeah, they're tearing it apart now, so they
Yeah.
can work on the next thing. Yeah, but that's kind of the point. They're moving on in the project to the next level. The next piece is sustainment. And there's a lot of companies around the world that have
Mark,
Well,
did
they
you
could have
our
kept
Prime
it.
Minister did
pieces
today?
have solved pieces of this puzzle.
Mark, did you hear what our Prime Minister did?
No.
He was doing a TV interview on, I think it was one of the talk stations,
Mhm.
and a woman from Wales had called in, and he called her Rhondda Valley, and her name was actually Louise from the Rhondda Valley, and he says he'd never heard of the Rhondda Valley. Well, you
Oh
can't be
my
British
God.
Prime Minister then, can you? You fucking idiot. Yes. Cool. Yeah, Laura's found AI.
Mhm.
So anyways, we're getting this a little backwards. We really need to be investing in two things right now massively. One, grid infrastructure and building more grid and more power distribution. And two, anything and everything, pull all the freaking stops out to make fusion happen. And we are flirting on the edges of being able to get fusion working. Mid 2030s is what they're saying.
We're on the edge of glory.
Is when they quasi expect to have the first power
Apparently.
plant.
But then again, we could be gaga.
Oh, there's Corey in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, it's all right, I've sorted it. I found
Okay.
it. I actually needed the Windows key that you sent me.
But fusion changes everything. One, it's more power than we're ever going to get out of solar, wind, and all that crap. Not that those won't be useful to have around, but you just really won't need them. Two, they're so utterly safe, you can build them like almost anywhere. So we can build lots of them. It's not like fission where nobody wants them in their neighborhood kind of thing. Gee, the half-life on radiation coming out of fusion, I think, is in nanoseconds. The radiation just doesn't, it disappears. It just kind of is none.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it in my back garden if it was giving me free power.
It's basically what it would be doing.
That wouldn't be free. They'd tax you on it anyway.
Oh yeah.
No, not that power. I'm talking about the power Donald wants. Just stare at it and become like a nuclear power boy.
Well, if you could trap Flash Gordon in a bubble and sort of capture all the energy of him running around inside the bubble, you'd have plenty of energy.
And yes, I want a 1992 Geo
I think
Metro
you
with nuclear fusion.
kind of got the two things mixed up there.
All right, I'm jumping off, guys. I'll catch you.
You
later.
mean the Flash?
You can't jump off.
All right, you can't jump
Flash.
off. Give us.
Yes, I
Good
can. 'Cause
hope.
Paul took it back.
Oh, he's taking it back.
And-
Okay, good.
Where do you
Alright.
think you're going?
Rod, I think you mean the Flash, not Flash
You
Gordon.
fucked off.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Gave it back.
yeah.
Justin, you idiot.
What?
We had something to sort out in 40 minutes.
What are you doing in 40 minutes?
Just sorting out something for to help him with his live stream.
Oh, okay. No worries.
But he's gone, so
But anyways,
I'll
we
kick
need to
his
quit
ass later.
mucking around. We need to quit mucking around with all this other shit. And just like we put a
Who
man
really
on
don't
the
share
moon and
the
said we're going to
tea?
put a man on the moon, we need to go. We're going to build a damn fusion reactor and freaking throw everything at it that we can possibly throw at it to make it happen.
Sarah will be home with tea.
Although I will say, all the oil companies really don't want it to happen. Make that happen. String more wires. We'll be good.
Yeah, if that happens, do you think that overnight Saudi Arabia will go bankrupt?
Why do you think the Saudi king is trying to diversify their economy? Because he knows at some point
Happen.
they'll either run out of oil or oil won't matter.
Yep. That's what they're working for.
That's exactly what they're working on, is trying to diversify their economy right now. Because he knows it's coming. Whether it's 10 years from now or 40 years from now, he knows it's coming. And you don't do that in a decade. Takes multiple generations to make those sort of societal changes.
Yeah, no.
Well, the golf tour that the Arabs created, Live Golf,
Mhm.
is now trying to amalgamate back into the PGA so that its players can gain world ranking points to get back into the major championships. But they're going to have to change the competitions from 3 rounds back to 4 rounds, or else they won't count.
Why can't the PGA just change it to 3?
Why?
Well, we know the answer to that because they need 4 days so that they can charge for the tickets to make more money.
It will be, huh?
Sort of the same reason the NFL keeps adding games, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know why. Even though the reality is it's about the
It's
TV
the-
revenue
Yeah.
more than it is the
Won't be until Friday
people in
now.
the crowd.
Yeah.
And then you can swap over it all over, yeah.
On Saturday.
Okay.
Right.
You see that?
And you can't blame those guys that went to Lviv because look around at the other sports and go, why the hell
Oh, yeah.
does the golf have that kind of payout? Look how much they're
Yeah.
fucking paying
The amount
people
of money they're
in the
getting, yeah.
NBA or the NFL or it's just like, really?
That
Oh,
This is all you're
no.
paying?
The guy who wins the
How cute is that?
the US Order of Merit gets 20 million, is it? I think something like that.
How many guys in the NBA are getting paid 20 million a year and more? How many of them in
Yeah,
the
well-
NFL are getting that kind of money and more?
Most of the tournaments, the winner gets 1 million at
Mhm.
least. Mm. And then it goes downwards. I mean, even the first prize for
The
the
FedEx
UK
Cup was 10 million.
the UK Women's Open is 800,000 now.
Yeah, winning that FedEx Cup at the end of the year.
Yeah.
From the PGA is only worth 10 million. I know, only 10 million, but like I said, look at how many guys in the NBA are making that per
Actually,
year or more.
It's more than that because they get so much money for each stage of it, and then it's 10 million is the final payment.
Yeah, that's true, but still, you get what I'm saying, right? That's the premier, the biggest, the max, the top of the thing, and it's only 10 million.
Yeah, some of our English footballers are on that sort of like every month. Yeah. Or
Yeah,
even
exactly. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rondo or Ronaldo. Holy crap. How much money is
Yeah.
he making?
Yeah, no.
Ungodly amount of money.
it's stupid. Nobody is worth that in entertainment value.
Mm-mm. I'm with you.
Oh.
So anyways, you can see why the Lviv thing came around.
Well, he tried it with a few different sports. He tried it with a football first, and they knocked him on the head.
Hmm.
Then he managed it with a golf, and even that it was tough for him to get in the first place. And then what else have they tried it with? Did they try it with the cricket? Don't know. Well, they were trying it with a couple of other sports as well.
No, that they tried to make a breakaway cricket, but
Yeah.
It didn't go over well because you already
Mhm.
had the IPL.
I don't know about you guys. I enjoy some of these conversations.
What conversations?
Well, with you,
Random.
we need an interpreter.
What about it? Have you ever thought we may need an interpreter for you?
Yeah, I'd
Yeah, yeah.
agree.
No,
I speak the King's English.
Uh-huh.
no,
It's
we all,
proper
we
English.
all, we all need an interpreter for what's it? YA Joe.
Yeah, why Joe? Even I'm struggling with it.
Well, I'm sorry, but I can understand him. So
I can't.
I didn't say I can't understand him. I'm saying it just takes a little bit longer.
yeah, because I'm from further north than you guys,
Yeah,
I can understand him. Because I can understand all the Scottish, and Laura has
I
to
do.
ring me to ask to actually interpret it what her Scottish friend's saying. She goes, "Can you just tell me what he's saying?" He said, "Get out the fucking way."
We need a Frenchman on the panel.
Joe, check your messages.
Have we got any
He's
French?
muted.
Can I do your checking?
Yeah,
We
there's
could have a-
Francois. Frank the Tank.
yeah.
No,
He's Francois.
Please, Joe.
We don't
There
need a
is
French.
Quebec,
We
though.
don't need a
I
Frenchman.
don't
the
want to
panel.
encourage you.
Yeah, right.
You find it cute.
And we've
Because
got
we-
We've
if you want some
Google.
strange accents, we need a South African and a New Zealander.
That was
Yeah.
cute.
Well, that
But
is
we
true.
don't-
That is true.
we
That
But
is
we
not
true.
don't need the French. All
We
we
don't
need is a
need-
Del Boy.
We
Yeah,
do not need Bruce.
yeah. Let's get Bruce on.
No, we just need a
No.
Del Boy. He might say bonjour to say goodbye.
Yeah. Del
We need
Boy's
Bruce to
French-
stir up
Del
the
Boy's
controversy.
French is brilliant. Yeah. Creme de menthe de tap. Yeah.
Yeah,
I will say this about him. He is thought provoking.
yeah.
Del Boy.
Bruce.
But what's
You may not
clever.
like you may not like or agree with what he's saying, but it
Oh,
does
he's-
make you think.
Yeah.
He is a clever
He
guy,
does.
but he's just antagonistic.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, but at some point, you do have to be a slightly antagonistic to get your point across.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yep.
I mean, look at comedians that use that for comedy, right?
Yeah,
And go that
Damn it.
route.
you can't always be a yes man, and you can't always be
Mm.
sitting in an echo chamber where everybody's saying yes, yes, yes. I agree with you. That doesn't get anything done. You've got to, be like the salmon who
You've got to be provocative like me.
yeah.
You've got to grab life by
You've
the
got to
scruff
swim
of the
upstream
neck.
sometimes.
The ass.
The problem is, some of you just do need to lighten up and understand when David is winding you up.
Yeah,
Which is
Yeah.
pretty much 99.9% of the time.
Because a lot of the time, the conversations between me and Donald, right, we're joking,
Yeah.
and people take it so seriously and get so angry. It's like, guys,
why so
We-
serious?
we both know what we're talking about. We're just winding each other up.
As I said, why so
Wait,
serious?
wait a second. We need to take a vote on that. Does anybody agree
I
that
swear I
David
didn't know
knows
what
what
we're
he's
talking
talking about?
That's the question.
Let's take a
Yeah.
vote.
Yeah, you will have less of that.
All those in favour, say aye.
It's all right. Rod can't vote. You muted him. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Do we know any South Africans?
Don't know.
I've been to South
I
Africa.
actually do, but he won't come
Oh,
on the
right.
panel. And
Well-
he's a bit of a dick, to be honest.
I
Oh,
do
you got
like their
good-
accent.
yeah,
Who muted Rod then? Because it weren't me. Who keeps muting Rod? Because it isn't me.
You
not
have
me.
to be a,
You put your hands in the air.
you have to be able to distinguish between South African, Australian, and New Zealand, because those
I see.
accents come across as fairly close.
That I
Nah,
would agree with. I've confused South Africans and Australians before.
I've never been accused of being having a South African accent.
Okay,
I
maybe
once
the other way
taught a physio-
around, that the South Africans sound like Australians.
I
Maybe, yeah.
once went to a physiotherapist and listened to the accent for a few minutes and then went, "Are you from South Africa?" He said, "Yeah." "How the hell did you get that?" "Most people say I'm from New Zealand."
But yeah, you're
No,
right,
I
Mark.
know-
Those
I know
those
how to
three are
exactly
kind of
That
close.
was three.
Australian is more distinguishable, but the South African and New Zealand are really close.
Yeah, but another thing is each state here does have a bit of a twang as well, so I can tell what state they're from.
That's kind of everywhere on the world, on the planet,
Yeah.
regardless of language. There's regional.
Regional twangs. Yeah.
Dialects.
Come to the U.S. and go to Boston and tell me that Bostonians don't sound different.
Boston.
I
You mean
wouldn't say.
Boston?
I would
Exactly,
definitely say that
Boston.
What's that all about?
Boston.
Rod's accent is not Florida.
Yeah.
Is
I
it?
just got done taking a bunch of pictures of the Inspire. I think I'm gonna put it online for sale.
Okay, see how it goes. Yeah.
Hey, Rod, where are you from originally? Because that ain't Florida.
Ohio, Midwest.
They paid you too much.
Mm.
I say pop, not soda.
There we go.
Yeah.
Different
Start
words
the
for
price
different
high.
things.
Started about 1,200 at least.
Yeah, it's a little bit going towards Lloyd's accent. Not quite as broad, but that way on.
He puts an R in washing machine or
Yeah.
Washington.
I mean, I wouldn't have been able to guess where Dre was from either.
And it's not a crick, it's a creek.
Mm.
Some of
Well,
these
yeah, as
different
far as we're concerned, it's a creek. Yeah.
creek.
What was the week before?
Of course, the interesting part is, Dominic, outside of the U.S., it's not soda or pop, it's Coke.
Yeah.
Because that's basically all there is outside the U.S. is Coke. Pepsi doesn't.
No, it's
Pepsi
not.
doesn't exist. Pepsi doesn't exist in very bitty parts of the world.
It does here.
Yeah, we got Pepsi.
Coke, Pepsi, Fanta, Vimto.
Yep. Sprite. 7
Yeah,
Up.
but the percentage is massively Coke outside the U.S.
Dandelion and Burdock.
Not saying it doesn't exist. It's just that there's so much Coke that everybody just calls it a Coke.
Yeah.
Go ahead, try to find a Pepsi in South Africa. I dare you. I don't think it exists.
Yeah, you can definitely get Pepsi in the Seychelles.
Okay. I'll take note of that.
That's like about 100 miles off the coast of Nairobi.
Yes, I know where it is. A friend of mine was actually born there.
My ex-wife was born there.
Okay.
And lived
Yeah, guy I
there.
went to school with was born there.
And we used to go over to her house and visit with her family in the summer holidays when Danielle was off school. So we used to go over for 6 weeks in the summer.
Anyways, that's kind of back to my point earlier. I enjoy some of these conversations.
You want to go out with you again?
Sometimes we'll get into some of those intellectual things. Kind of cool. And then sometimes we're just effing off. So
I think, yeah, different names for different things, I think is the best discussion. You know, we all speak English.
Oh, those are
Some of us do.
hilarious to argue with David over.
We supposedly
Yeah.
all speak English.
Some of us don't.
I thought I was naturally gifted and can talk better than you guys.
I set hot rod off again.
But this is what he wants. He wants a debate.
Yeah, we've got to have a counter argument. Everybody's got to be juxtaposed to one of them, so that if all of us are fighting for the same topic or fighting for the same discussion, it becomes an echo chamber rather than having
Yeah.
a robust discussion.
See,
You want diversity.
The difference is in America, they just want it their way.
Mm.
But over here, we just want it passionate our way. We
And
are
where
passionate.
and where the hell do you think we learned it from? Yeah, that little island over there off the west side of Europe. I think that's where we learned it from.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's where you're supposed
You're
to have learned
welcome.
everything from, but you twisted it all.
That's what
We twisted it?
Yeah, you've taken.
I
you've
don't know
taken-
about that.
Yeah, you've taken the best of British and just twisted it a little bit to make it your own. It's fine. We're happy with that.
I don't
Breach
know.
of copyright, but we're happy
what's
with
the
that.
Aussie think of that answer?
Well,
You've gone dark.
I
Because I put the
I
phone,
generally like to sit in the middle.
put the phone in my inside pocket while I go out for a cig, so you've gone dark.
Okay.
I got no problems with you guys copyrighting our stuff and mixing it up a bit.
Yeah. Well, we were a British colony before.
Now, if we wanted to take something that America had and try copyrighting it, you can guarantee they'll sue our ass.
Yeah. That's being a litigious society, though.
I mean, the thing is, Dominic, the Americans don't know the difference between a fanny and a bum.
Yeah.
But you know, the British
it all
are really,
depends upon where you pack it.
you know, the British are really good at flying F-35s under the water.
Well, why not? Where would you expect to see an F-35? In the air. If it's underwater, you ain't going to see us coming.
That's called stealth. Isn't it? That's called stealth.
Apparently, your aircraft carrier doesn't know how to launch aircraft into the air, only into the water.
Yeah, it's the new F-35 submarine plane.
It's a stealth bomber.
Actually, did anybody see the article? I forget which company it was. The Manta Ray, the underwater drone, military drone.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was Raytheon or one of those other ones, but
Do me a favor. Just going to sort this thing out with Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Back shortly.
You're sorting out Justin? Oh, good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I freaking need it, won't I?
You better be drinking when you have that conversation.
What's that? Trying to sort something out on Streamlabs. Well, it's starting to rain again.
Yeah, it's been raining here all night.
Wonder where the cat is. The cat must be sheltering somewhere. She's not here.
Let's see here. We're getting thunderstorms tomorrow. We're also could get a crap ton of rain. Let me see. What time is it supposed to start raining? A little after lunchtime.
Oh, it'll just throw it down all night here. It should stop
like-
by dinner time.
20-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, it's gonna rain from just about 11 a.m. through about 5 p.m. So all afternoon. It's gonna be rough
Yeah,
around
they
here.
reckon the Masters is going to get hit by rain tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same storm.
Because they say Tiger is going to struggle on Friday if you've got to play 27 holes on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Well, he's getting up there in years.
He's 40,
48.
is he?
Yeah,
Yeah, 48.
and he's
Wow.
48.
For any sportsman, that is an age.
2 more
Well, it's
years
on-
he can play on the senior tour.
Yeah, on the seniors
Yeah.
tour, yeah.
Not too many sports where you can still play at 48.
Hey, Gary Player is playing in the Masters.
Yeah. But
He's
as I
in
said,
his
other than golf, what other sportsman would be that age?
Yeah, true.
Take golf out of the equation.
Chess, if you consider it a sport.
I'm not calling that a sport.
It's an intellectual sport.
It's competitive, but I can't really call it a sport.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you can call darts a sport either, really, but it is, isn't it?
But I love darts, but I don't know if you can call that a sport either.
But it is fun.
Yeah, especially when you get that 180.
Yeah. You want to try playing on a Manchester board. Much more fun.
No. You got to play darts when you're drunk as a skunk. Because then just hitting the dartboard is a challenge.
Yeah, you got to chug a few pints.
You gotta throw some difficulty into it.
Yeah,
Well-
you chug a few pints, and that gets your eye in.
Uh-huh.
A Manchester board is made out of wood. It's all black and it has silver metal strips hammered into it to denote the difference between the numbers. It has no trebles. The doubles are only 2 millimeters wide.
That'd be fun.
It's a much tougher game.
I think we should have tic-tac-toe championships. See if anybody can actually win a game in a week.
That's not gonna happen.
Nope.
So how much you listing it for there, Paul?
I'm gonna try and ask 1,000, but I'll take 850 for it, and I lose a little bit, but I move it on, you know?
Put
I'd ask you-
$1,200 on it.
$8.50.
Yeah.
Oh, just a
That's-
minute. I can PayPal you that over, Paul. $8.50.
I
Does
would
that include
put
shipping?
1,200 and you're gonna get 1,000 easy.
Yeah.
You think
Started at
so?
1,200 and work your way
1,000?
down.
It's
thought you
going
said
for at least
850.
1,200 everywhere else.
Yeah, start at 1,200, and then if someone says 1,000, you say done.
There's all my pictures I've got. of
Right.
it.
I'm sorry. I came in and somebody said $8.50, and I was ready to wire Paul $8.50 with shipping to get it over here, and now he's gone up to 1,000.
Yeah, I definitely
You-
put 1,200 on it.
And people think eBay's bad.
Yeah.
And
I've been
I don't think I want to put it on eBay. I think I'm gonna put it on Marketplace.
Yeah, tell them
eBay charges
local,
you-
local pickup.
Yeah, eBay charge you a fortune.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,200 local
Cousins,
pickup.
Little boy.
Make him come get it.
Yeah.
Be you on a case.
Yeah, no, I want my guys. Well, I'll get that eventually. That next. When I can afford that.
Yes.
Get it as a bundle to start off with. What RAM is that though?
She'll be in soon.
DDR4.
Maybe.
So you want to buy that
32
for
gig.
Laura? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah,
What was that?
He was just negotiating. He wanted to pay me $1,000 for that Aspire one.
No, it was $8.50. I heard. It was $8.50. I heard.
850.
Yeah, but no, I heard $8.50.
yeah.
Wrong.
It's not my fault that you're relying on these people
Wrong.
with. Yeah, it's not my fault you're relying on these Americans
Wrong.
with.
And it would cost you probably $200 to ship it all the way to England.
What is that not included in the $8.50?
No.
Oh,
Hey, Joe.
Worth a try.
Hey, Joe. I have an answer to your question from earlier.
Would you be able to do it? Or...
The compatibility.
Nope.
Sorry.
I'm looking on my
My
subscription.
ears.
Drone Nation tomorrow morning, 9 a.m.
Yeah, I figured that.
It's
He's got it
11
posted
p.m.
up.
here.
He's got it posted
11
up.
p.m. tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
So did it clear up there,
Mhm.
Joe?
Yep, it's clear.
Now I just got to figure out. I'm not all that good on selling stuff. I got to figure out how do I get to.
They swear I'm down. The Mavic 4 is coming sometime later this year. Not that I care about that one either. Not that I care about that one either. Not unless if they put a 20x optical on it, then I'll care about it.
Yeah.
I'm happy with this one.
If they put a 10x optical on it, I might be interested. But the M30 has a 16x optical
Mhm.
with 160 digital zoom.
Yeah, I went out there today to fly that. It was still a little light rain. It was like dripping every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I grabbed the Mavic 3 and I went. I walked outside and I looked at it hitting. It was just like drop, 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 drop like that. And I
Yeah.
looked at the Mavic 3 and I said, you know what? It could handle that little bit of rain. And I looked at it and I said, but it's got those vents in the back. Where does it go if it hits the vent? Now I thought about it and I walked in and got the Mini 3 Pro and did the Mini 3 Pro instead. So I
Mm.
figured, well, if the rain affected something, I'd rather the Mini 3 Pro.
Sure.
And it really stopped raining when I flew. I didn't have a drop hit me.
Chances are it wouldn't have gone into vent anyways. The props would have pulled it.
Yeah. But I said the Mini 3 Pro will give me what I need for this little video. I did. And I was kind of glad too because I forgot about all the wires in the front of the complex. And as I came down, I kept seeing wires everywhere. And I'm glad I had a smaller drone to go through. It was a lot easier with that than to go with the Mavic 3. They had a lot of gaps in water. They had water on the service road, so people weren't driving through too fast. So I was able to watch the people and do yaws around and not be around the cars. And then I came across the street at about 6 feet so I can get a good look at the car that was in the ditch.
I know one thing I'll
And-
never buy again from DJI. I'll never buy another RC Pro.
Oh, you're right. That
With what they've done with what they've done with that thing and how they screwed everybody over. I'm telling you that was $1,300 I wish I had back. That's the biggest piece of junk that I've ever spent on DJI.
well, I used it with two drones now because I actually put the Mini 3 back on the other controller
Mhm.
because it's easy just to carry that case and not carry the extra the Pro.
I'll be
Well,
back in a minute. Just got to answer the phone.
The fact that
Okay.
they can make the goggles and the motion controller, which are O3, work with
Yep.
the O4 drone and not the $1,300 controller. All I got
Yep.
to say to DJI is F you.
Well, I'm hoping that when they come out with the next one, they
I
come
don't
out.
care.
And they'll
I don't
say,
care what
"Okay,
they
now
come
we
out with.
go
I'll
back."
throw hand grenades on it.
No, I mean, I hope they'll go back and say, Well, we're gonna make this backwards compatible now. Meaning
Not a
the
fact,
Mini
no,
4.
not a chance.
See, the Mavic 4 would be the only thing I would want it for,
Two-
That's a
and that's not gonna happen.
It's not the plastic key ones.
Yeah, I heard they are coming out with a
Give me
new
the 10
RC Pro.
I'm sure they are. The hell with them.
I'm not buying it.
Yes, they do.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it again. I did this. I got suckered into this once, and some of the people in this community praised the shit out of it. And I wish I'd have not listened to them because it's literally the biggest waste of money. Biggest
Well, it's
waste
a
of
good,
money I've
it's a
ever
good
had.
controller.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. But they did not live up to the bullshit that they sold that thing.
Yep, it's a good controller, but it
Um,
wasn't worth the money.
Yeah,
Nope.
up there and then done off that.
And it didn't
was
live up
actually-
to what
Yeah.
they said.
Yeah, I was actually perfectly happy with the RC.
Anyway, it's not that I wanted anymore.
So as far as I'm concerned, to hell with them. For the most
Yeah,
part,
they kind of messed up.
That would
to hell with the camera drones until they give me what I want on the
Mhm.
camera drone,
Yeah.
which is longer optical. I don't need all the other bullshit. I don't need this stupid little.
somewhere.
I don't need another quick shot.
Computer, that's-
I don't need goofy obstacle avoidance. It's going to be goofy until they actually put LiDAR on these damn
Yeah.
things.
It's in setup ready.
I don't care what they do with software.
the
It's
Honda
still not
one.
going to be very reliable until
Mm,
you get LiDAR.
that's good for them. That's-
Yeah,
LiDAR will
that's
make all the
something out
difference in the world to obstacle avoidance. If they want to make their obstacle avoidance better, they need to go talk to Sony, Canon, and Nikon and figure out how the hell they do their autofocus so damn well. Because it's effectively similar kinds of technology.
Yeah.
But in their case, they got better cameras and better sensors to do it with. So that's part of what makes it a little bit goofy. Thus, Marcus flying his Air 3 into the side of the building because the color was fucking with it. When that video came out and he's like, oh, but this drone didn't have the problem. I was like, hey, Marcus, I really wanted to reach through that video and yell at him and go, Marcus, it's 10 minutes later. The sun's in a different position. That color looks a little different. Unless you do all of them all at the exact same time, your test is somewhat skewed.
Hey, Randy.
But the fact that that drone got
Hey,
fooled
Matt.
by a solid color,
Hey, Jody.
yeah, they could take their OA and shove it. It's gimmick.
It's white.
What?
Oh, I'm gonna show you what wasn't it's white.
I guess I'll say it's good. It's mostly good for not running into walls.
I need to
Oh, I
ask.
sent that.
How the hell have you got Wedgie Big's wife? Details.
Because I talked to her in the chat on Wedging Bigs.
Oh,
And how many of you use the special shots? Rocket, Joni, Master Shots, whatever. All of those. I'm sure they get used a little, but I'll bet it's not a lot. And how many people use the freaking tracking other than the review videos?
Okay, gents and Laura, I'm gonna head out.
Are you
So
off
I'll
over
see
to
you-
Wedging Bigs?
Wedging Bigs are live today.
Is
You're not-
Wedging Big on?
No.
Oh,
So, oh wait.
He's on
Um,
he's on Sundays.
No, I know what it is. Laura's somehow got Wedging Big's wife's details and the talking Stitch, and now Wedging Big's like cursing.
I've gotta get to the shops. I gotta get
All right. Well,
get a coffee.
I shall see you in a few hours.
The
Yeah,
shop
it's
means,
still-
collect from the girls. Okay.
Oh, we won't. We'll see you tomorrow tomorrow evening, morning.
Whenever. Yeah.
It'll be tomorrow morning for you, won't it?
Are
Yeah.
you leaving?
Yes, I've
Where
gotta
you
go.
leaving?
I just got it listed. So Dominic, go ahead and PayPal me the money.
Yeah, no worries then.
Okay.
Later, Dominic.
Good night.
Night, everybody.
Good night.
Night? Isn't it morning for it's morning him? Oh yeah.
It's
night
morning
us.
for
What are you
Dominic.
doing?
It's
Yeah.
it's actually
morning,
morning
midnight.
for us now.
Yeah, because it's after midnight, 12:34 your time.
Yeah. But unfortunately,
So what do you think, Joe? Should we stay on or should we go?
You should
I'm
go.
about to get off, 'cause I gotta go find something to eat.
Okay.
okay, I'm gonna do it for you, Paul.
Yep.
Let's call it.
David always calls.
David's always saying, call it, you know?
Yep. David's the man.
Pajamas.
Okay, Rod, take care, buddy.
See
Later,
you all
guys.
tomorrow.
See you all tomorrow. Bye for now.
Later.